Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the premier online nightclub. It is, of course, Club Top Shot. I am here with my co-hosts, Jack Settleman and Peter Jennings. Are you guys ready to turn this shit up on a Tuesday?
Jennings literally just cut the line. We've been waiting out. We've been camping out all night to get into the club, and I pop up after the intro, and Jennings is just here ready to go. It's a nice surprise.
Yeah, I got out of baby class, right on time.
How did you pull that off?
I'm not dressed like bands over there, but I'm ready to party.
Oh, I don't know if you heard, but we are going to the club tonight, Pete.
I can't wait. Are you kidding?
How did you get out of the birthing class? Because it seemed like it was going to be an issue earlier today.
Ashley's great. I mean, what else can I say?
It's a boys' night. It's a boys' night at the club.
Baby's not here yet. I gotta take my chances here. And yeah, I figured, instead of talking about NFTs in front of everyone else, I talk about it with you guys.
Yeah, you're really flipping the script this time. So to let people know what's in store for tonight, we have Jeremy, who's going to be swinging through here in a little bit, might be running a little late, fashionably late, as the guests of honor at a club usually are. We're going to talk to him about his big $100,000 purchase earlier this week. And if we can get the marketplace open, we will, of course, rip open some packs. I was able to get 4 today. How did you guys fare?
I got 2. I got 2 today.
Peter's too rich to be refreshing Top Shot all day.
No, I actually tried probably like 20 times today and just couldn't get it to work.
It was wild.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to get a Cool Cats pack too, and some people are saying theirs showed up and mine still hasn't shown up. So
no one runs worse than you, Pete.
I mean, I've been saying that the whole time, and then finally someone agrees with me.
Can you just tell us right here, what's the deal with these dinosaur bones? Do I need to be buying digital dinosaur bones?
Oh, yeah. Pete? What is going on with that?
I mean, it's on Rally Road. I'm in a chat with some people who are sharp with Rally Road. They said this is a no-brainer. And I said, sure, I'll fire. And yeah, that was some good content. I thought, Ashley didn't like the digital moments. Let's go. If we're going to go way into the future, let's go way back in time as well and get some diversification.
Yeah.
It already happened. I would have bought some shares. How much did a share run you? What's that?
It's $500 max buy.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
are they sold out? Is the head?
I mean, I might be able to get one Cool Cat, or I could get some Deaton. Hashtag Deaton. I mean,
what you've spent $500 on like the 9th man of an NBA rotation? What is like a legendary dinosaur skull? It seems very plus EV.
Oh, I mean, come on. How am I not printing on this thing? Did you ever watch Entourage? Those, those skulls sell for something. I don't know. I mean,
there you go. I am just
red cup, Jack. I mean, he is really, you are.
Look at what he's wearing. I mean, where did he go?
You want me to unbutton one more of these for the club?
Look at that.
But
yeah, Pete, what are you bundled up for?
Good question. Where's my party attire? I'm screwing up here.
I know you've been to a few nightclubs in Vegas before, Pete. Have you been to a Miami nightclub before?
Dude, I was at the Miami nightclub Fountain Blue during the DraftKings, like at the peak of DraftKings, 2015. They just raised on like a multi-billion-dollar valuation. They're spending hundreds of millions of dollars a month in September in advertising. We're at Fountain Blue, and Aguiar gives this huge speech in front of everyone, and like all the girls, the dancers and the animals with champagne, all this stuff. We were flown in on a private jet. And I remember sitting there, I'm like, this might be a little too good to be true. And then like 2 weeks later, we're sued by New York State. And yeah, I mean,
Well,
we saw like Hassan Whiteside and Goran Dragic there. I saw all the Miami Heat guys that night.
There you go. Well, wasn't that a hallmark too of early crypto conferences back then? And you'd have them all going to the club and getting the signs. I mean, who is going to be the first person to get the Top Shot signage from the girls at the club? I mean, it has to be us at this point.
Yeah, it does. A live event. Yeah. Now, I'm down here in Florida. I could probably make that work.
There we go.
The place is off the chain though, but that was literally like the craziest stretch ever. And yeah, we were partying super hard, and I've been to clubs with Empire and seen crazy stuff. And actually one of my craziest nights was in Vegas with Jason Robbins, CEO of DraftKings, during kind of the crazy times. And yeah, I've seen a decent amount of money spent at these clubs. Nothing like Top Shot, but a decent amount of money spent at the club.
So let's do a little kind of market update. I feel like it's been 19 Top Shot lifetimes since we last gathered on this podcast, which, by the way, I got an iTunes. I don't know if the iTunes feed has been approved, but we have a podcast feed up for this on Anchor. The link is down in the show notes. If you prefer to listen to this in audio form, for some reason, you won't see my very faint chest hair popping out of my shirt, but you will be able to listen to this on the go. You can track that down. But fellas, the market for, I think, the first time that I've been paying attention actually seemed to go down today, with the site being down, with the packs getting released. What have been your guys' impression over, what's happened recently?
I was pretty excited to see the sales and the market and everything kind of collapse and prices like not fall off a cliff, right? Like if they fell off a cliff and the top stuff was instantly being like people wanted to get out, I think that would have been a scarier situation. But there were so many issues. We know there's issues. I think everything is fine. This is to be expected with the market kind of dropping down a little.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is obviously the packs coming out. I mean, the marketplace was artificially inflated if you're looking at Crypto Slam because there were no packs to buy. And a huge part of like the overall total sales is going to be kind of the flipping of these premium moments and trying to calibrate what those are worth. And with the $100,000 cap and what we've seen in terms of some of the sales and what other moments have gone for, there's not a lot of moments for sale. So once that's upgraded, I think we'll see some other movements. And I think just getting the site in a good place is going to be paramount for continued growth. And obviously, it's been a tremendous amount of scale and technical challenges that Top Shot's tackling right now. So I'm not overly concerned. It's crazy how much it's done. I mean, the fact that it passed CryptoKitties already in all-time, crypto collectible sales is pretty incredible. And we'll see. I think there's still a lot of growing pains, but very excited about the platform.
Yeah, you referenced that tweet. I saw this. Carlini, a man that I've gotten to know a little bit in here, who also owns a ton of Tyler Hero Top Shot moments, I've discovered. He posted this. The last 30 days of Top Shot have done more in volume than 3.5 years of CryptoKitties. Why do people keep saying this is different? Because it is. And I mean, CryptoKitties crashed the Ethereum platform. And I know Roham had a tweet recently too about how expensive it would have been to have Top Shot on the Ethereum chain. I can't imagine what the gas fees would be for this market.
Yeah, no kidding. It would be absolutely insane. And I think there's a lot of really cool stuff going on. I mean, I'm still really optimistic, and I definitely would love to hear Jack's perspective on just kind of the macro environment. And it was a crazy stretch of time. And they need the site needs to be able to handle all this stuff. And I think it's paramount for the platform to be able to, cater to the casual fan who wants to come on and, invest $5 to $10, or not even invest, but just spend $5 or $10 and have fun on the platform. And right now that's really not that possible given the pack situation and how much some of these moments are going for.
I'm cracking up because Pete had his DM open about a GameStop buy from Davis, and the chat's loving it.
Oh, was that up on the screen?
Yeah, the chat's loving that was on the screen. I mean, it
could have been worse.
Did you guys follow that shit today? Like that was
of course.
Were you in on that? Are you running hot or
No, no, I'm not. I know some people who are though, but
yeah, that I tweeted that out today. I was like, everyone thinks that Bales was pumping and dumping, and they're just trying to add value. And like, I never thought you could get away with a pump and dump scheme as like a casual American, but that's like what hundreds of people. Did you see what the total net was from the guy who like started on Reddit? He took 50K and it's 22 million.
oh
I mean,
my God.
it's insane. It's insane. So
what are your guys' thoughts about this? Because I've seen some intersection of conversation about this GameStop stuff and Top Shot, about people, pumping the game stock. I saw someone calling them bad actors, Portnoy, Chamath, those guys. Pete, I know you really respect Chamath. What is your guys' thought on the responsibility of those people, participating in a bit, but not necessarily being the ones who end up holding the bag?
Right. I think Chamath bought. Yeah.
What about Elon? I mean,
Elon too. Yeah.
Elon might be like, I mean, he's up there as one of the most powerful people in the world now.
Yeah.
And he tweets out GameStonk with the Reddit thing, and you watch the stock in after hours. It's absolutely insane.
It gained like as much as it did during the day. It was nuts.
Yeah. But I do think that's a really good question, Pete, about the responsibility. And obviously, it's something that I'm sure Jack thinks about. All of us are thinking about. I really want to be a good actor in this space, and I've had a lot of thoughts and a lot of comments on Top Shot, and a lot of friends, family reaching out, and it feels crazy, and you certainly don't want to lead your friends and family down a bad path. But there's always that perception, especially when there's this rocket ship growth. And it feels like all these things are correlated. And I don't know when the music's going to stop. I think we truly are in like the midst of a big kind of change, a fourth turning in society. But it's wild to think about. And Chamath and Portnoy is a really interesting one because he's always done all this for entertainment, but now his actions have such a big monetary impact on so many people. What are your thoughts, Jack?
I mean, I would say I wasn't really around during the Bitcoin days, like when it started, or the man's coin. What was it? 2013. So I was 16. I wasn't buying Bitcoin, during those days. But I would imagine, at least my thought is like when it went from $1 to 400 or 400 to 4,000, even at 10x, and everyone was calling it a scam. I'm sure a ton of people sold it off. And I feel like we could be, I don't know, like if the two are equal, but we could still be in the early days here. That's the thing. It's like we've taken rocket ship growth, but like, where are we in that growth? Is there still, like we've done the math, like 300 million NBA fans and we have 20,000 on the platform? Or are we, headed, are we halfway there? Are we 3/4 of the way there? I have no clue. But I think just
Rohan tweeted there's like 20,000 signups last night.
Yeah. Which doesn't make sense because then I have a Discord chat that I'm in, and like they have a bot tool that like calculates how many active wallets there were, and there was something like 5,000 to 10,000, which would like none of it fully adds up. But yeah, 20K new signups overnight. You can imagine why the site keeps crashing down.
Well, yeah, I mean a lot of them aren't getting verified with the KYC stuff, and they just have so many like massive scale challenges right now.
Yeah.
It is wild. They're working 24/7 and a lot of challenges here.
Yeah. And I think, from my perspective, I understood a lot of the growing pains with the pack releases and everyone trying to access them at the same point and stuff like that. But today it seemed like we introduced a new kind of bug, which was people purchasing and then having things hung up where their money went through, but the moment wasn't showing up for sometimes hours in their account. And I think that's a situation where consumers feel very helpless, where they're like, the support is backlogged. I don't know where my money went. My moment's not here. And I think, really tightening up those things that really make people question what's going on, I think has to be their number one priority right now.
Yeah, it's a horrible user experience. Rohan did mention that somewhere in one Twitter thread that I saw that like they've never had an issue with like money going through. It's like on the blockchain. It will like had zero issues with that like actually being a long-term problem. But what an awful user experience. And I think that's a real challenge right now. Like even during the DFS days, that's something I saw firsthand. Those September NFL weekends where both sites would crash, FanDuel and DraftKings, or one would crash, and like you're losing like new people that a lot of times just won't come back. And I wonder how much that's happening in Top Shot right now. And there's been a ton of really frustrating experiences, and obviously that's not their intent. They just didn't, the magnitude of the scale has just been huge. And not making excuses. I wish it was better, but I certainly understand why they're having some challenges.
The optimist in me says, and I was telling the people before, like, look at the attention, like look how many people are tuned into this stream. Look at like it's actually insane. Like every working person that I follow on Twitter was trying to get a pack. Like who was working today when the packs dropped today? Like did workplace productivity actually drop off a cliff? Like it was insane. And then those same people that I work with are like still at 3:00 trying to get their packs when they re-uploaded them. It's a bad experience right now, but like I said, the optimist in me, it's like there's still such a high interest level that it's like I don't think it's going to fall apart. Now, will we lose people forever? Potentially. But will those same people, when the site is fully functional and ready to go, will they come back? I think that's really the question.
I also want to tell my buddy Steven here, is sleeping sharp anymore knowing I may miss a pack drop? I will tell people, last night I went to bed at 9 p.m. I left my phone down at my desk. I came and got my phone after doing my morning routine. I missed apparently 2 to 3 pack drops overnight. And you know what, guys? It was okay. My life went on. I got some packs later in the day. I love Top Shot. We all love it. You do not have to become a slave to the Top Shot release cycle, making sure you don't miss it. There will be more packs. There will be more opportunities. Or does anyone want to do a contra position here and you need to stay up 24/7?
Well, the thing is, I think what we saw today with these new drops, Series 2 Release 9 or whatever, these were not guaranteed money. Like the Cool Cats pack, it was actually worth your time to stay up or to do whatever you could do to get a pack, because the second you open it, it was worth $200+. These ones, not so much, which I think that is why we won't fade sleeping. But if legendary packs start dropping at 4 a.m. or 1 a.m. or whatever, 1 a.m. Pacific, then maybe that's a different conversation. I mean, could you imagine if they did like a 10, there's none left, but if there were 10 packs of Cosmic to be released, like what would happen? Those are like $230 packs.
Sorry, I'm just yelling at the chat. They're all telling me I'm getting outworked, and I had to let them know that I spent all day putting together this podcast, the YouTube materials, the videos and stuff, while you guys refresh Top Shot all day.
Amico said we'll rail cocaine to stay up for legendary packs.
Yeah. We cannot officially sign off on that, but we do wink, endorse that. I will say, I feel like, when we talk about responsibility and stuff for making sure that this doesn't turn into, you hear the thing, the greater fool's theory, who's going to be the one you can dump the bad stuff. I feel like we do need to continue to focus and talk about like education in the marketplace. What are good buys? How is, dilution to the marketplace going to affect prices? Because we had a lot of people coming in when they couldn't buy packs, when there was nothing else going on, and they're buying season 2 common LeBrons with bad serial numbers for $600. Like those are going to ultimately be the people that feel like they got burned. And I could be wrong. Maybe the 12,000 comments ends up being super rare and it was a great buy, but these are the things I'm starting to think about for the new user experience.
Yeah, like literally anything you bought last week was up. And that's obviously not going to be how that continues. There's like a scary chance that it goes on for a long time simply because of how many people join into the market, and there will be that demand. I would say the LeBron stuff will probably be safe no matter what, no matter how many from Series 2 there end up being. It's when you get into like Landry Shamet because people were buying them for right. I forgot you don't know basketball. It's like Landry Shamet, you buy him for $5 because that's the lowest on the marketplace. Then it goes up to 10. Like Landry Shamet Series 2, 12,000 of them, I promise, will not be worth anything in a month from now. But like, you know, taking shots on rookies, the top tier guys. I just see, I don't know how much you know about physical cards. In physical cards, it's like, you know, the rookie card is the most valuable, but then the second year card does hold some value because it's that next entry point. Like no one's buying a Series 1 LeBron for under $1,000. So it kind of transfers over to Series 2 LeBron versus lower tier players. Like you should really only be buying Series 1, in my opinion.
Pete, how's that birthing class going?
It's over. Ashley just texted me, said I don't look engaged. Someone's just literally messaging me about how Top Shot's a bubble. So
hang on, let me read a question from the chat. I'm trying to pull this up. He's like, hey guys, big fan of the show. My buddy made me sell 2 of my Booker Cool Cats for $180 at the market low. Things have been awkward between us ever since then. How can I help to mend this relationship? I guess I'll throw that to Pete. How would you handle that situation?
What are Booker Cool Cats going for right now?
They dropped.
Let's head to the marketplace.
For Pete's sanity, they did drop.
Let's head to the
what are they at?
Let's see. They are at Booker's down. Well, okay. They're not lower than what you sold them for, but they were at like 560, I think. Today.
They were.
I sold my Rui at 265. Yeah.
Why is that so funny, Peter?
I mean, how wrong was I? I mean, sorry, dude.
I actually listened to that part today when I was getting the podcast up on the feed, and I was listening back to that, and Peter's like, oh yeah, I would definitely sell the Bookers right now.
I thought it was so sharp. I thought the packs were going to be available like the next day, and I was clearly wrong.
I do want.
What did you buy with them over time? Did you buy anything with it?
Not with that directly. I can't remember what I bought.
If you made a quick flip, like one of my buddies was upset we sold Rui $100 early, but I was like, yeah, then you bought Anthony Edwards and he went out 150, so it's not, you know.
Yeah, Well, let's talk about the Cool Cats challenge strategy because I've been thinking about it. The way they're doing my strategy, I still think Pete is ultimately going to be right. Obviously, I could have timed it a little bit better, but especially now that they are releasing them out to everyone who didn't get a pack but wanted one. They're letting them get 1 pack. And so now what's happening, someone like me, I have 3 of 5, so I only need 2 more. So think of how many people now only have 1 of 5.
Right.
How many of them are going to be incentivized to drop over $1,000 to complete the challenge versus, hey, I'm just going to head to the market, flip my Rui for 300, and that's a nice investment. So I'm still thinking as these singles trickle out that the prices are going to drop. But I've heard other arguments against that interest could still hold. Where are you guys at on that?
I think Jennings, I needed to ask him because I think you made a play for the Curry Metallic, right?
Yeah.
So I had a buddy call me last night. He's got nothing in Top Shot. He wants to be in. And his fraternity brothers, they were like, we think that's the one to go for. And I said, I think it depends how many are going to actually be completed. I said sub 25 would be plus EV. He said, what about jersey number and 30? I said, you could make an argument, maybe 30 is like the cutoff. But once you head into the 50s, which it will be tough because there's only 299 of them and it costs a lot of money to actually get the challenge. I think like 50 when you have, his hollow and is from the top ahead of it won't be good value. What's your expected amount of people that are going to complete the challenge?
Man, I'm biased because I talked to
you did it.
Well, I did it. I did it too because I actually started going through them, and I think that I'm pretty bullish on the Metallic Gold series in general. Yeah.
They're kind of bad players, though, right?
Yeah, and I wanted Drew, and I have a big collection of DeAndre. Or I've invested in DeAndre Hunter moments, so I was excited about that. And but there's some really sharp people who were ahead of the curve on this. And there's some interesting information with the blockchain. You can kind of figure out which players or which moments you might need to complete some of these challenges. I hadn't done a challenge, so that was kind of the reason I did it.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I didn't view it as like plus EV really. It was kind of another learning curve, and hopefully I don't get crushed on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also, the other big thing is I'm underweight Steph in my portfolio, who I've been going ham about Steph, and Jeremy will be here soon. But basically, our philosophy, like Jeremy, Bales, and I, has been like, we want to be overweight LeBron, Ja, and Zion. And so that's where we are. And we're really, we have like a couple other cool cosmics and some other really cool moments, but the majority of our portfolio is those three names. So I wanted to make a play at a Steph moment. And part of me thought that the Steph metallic gold, the 30, would be worth a lot. And yeah, my guess is I have like a 1 in 60 chance, 1 in 70 chance or something like that for that.
So you think 70 people did it? Or do we know them?
I think a lot of the OGs did it.
Gotcha.
Because there's a way, and I'm going to learn more about this, but there's kind of a way to look through and see, because you can like see like there's the next 3 challenges in the metallic golds are going to be rewards for Dwight Howard. I can't remember who else now, but you can see through the blockchain kind of what's going to happen. And I'm explaining this horribly, but some sharper people than me.
It sounds like there's some good internal information potentially.
Willis
said 209 completed it. That feels impossible to me.
Wow,
Wasn't it
incredible?
Wasn't it out of 219? I believe is what I'd seen. 209 out of 219.
There's 299 of the moments for each.
Okay,
player,
299.
Right?
If 209 completed, I'd love to know where that's actually public. But that's incredible and much higher than I thought. But I'll make my buys negative EV, but a good learning experience nonetheless.
Yeah, and
I did that with the run it back stuff, where I was like, oh, it'd be cool to get the Ray Allen moment. They're pretty pricey. And then the floor on run it back just went crazy. So you always have that. If you're like really excited about the metallic set in general, it's a good buy.
That's eventually here. We're going to negotiate for your run it back, Leandro Barbosa.
I meant to send you that, but I can't send you right now. We're going to do it live on the show at some point. I'm going to send you the Barbosa. I checked the price. I can stomach it. And
we're going to do it. We're going to do a trade. We'll have something. I mean, I got this Sam Merrill dude. I mean, it is so sick. You are going to absolutely love it. What do you guys think? The challenges are fun. How many do you think they're always going to have a couple going? Do you think we could get challenge fatigue to where they lose the specialness?
No, because this is what the video games do. And everyone is built for this model. Like this is just how it's always been. What they'll do, which will be cool, I think they'll open it up. So maybe a challenge will be like an Eastern Conference challenge. And it could be a very low budget Eastern Conference. It could just be like, make sure you collect a moment from every single player, from every team in the Eastern Conference. And you get, Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Like there's so much cool challenges you can do that aren't going to cost you thousands of dollars or $1,000. So there will always be challenges going on because it keeps the marketplace active and it keeps people, giving them a chance to earn new moments, which I think is super cool.
Jack, tell me about, you said you were poking around on the Swish platform a little bit for that game. Tell people what's going on with that.
Yeah, let me see. I can never remember okay, here we go. Let me share my screen. It's pretty cool because let's see, Chrome tab, Swish. All right. So this is what Swish is. So the scoring's here. You got to add, and it's cool because it's separated by category. I know we discussed like salary cap that we would maybe do in the future that I'm sure will happen. But these are like the types of plays. So you get 2 players who make a 2-pointer, which is a dunk, jump shot, layup. You get a 3-pointer, and then it's correlated to those stats, right? So whoever you pick for your 3, you get points for their 3-pointers. So this is like a team I have for next week. Pretty solid squad. But this is the funny thing. Like anyone can essentially, once series 3, 4, 5 are out, like anyone will be able to afford these players But let me switch over to actually Top Shot because I want to show you like how it's actually done. So what you have to do, you just go to your profile and you make a showcase called Swish Fantasy or Swish whatever. And you just build like those, you just add them to your thing. So, like it's super easy. I think it'll be fun. Like you could probably do league. They have a massive leaderboard because it's not like super in depth, but you could easily do leagues. We could have a Top Shot or Club Top Shot league. It's just cool because it shows that there's actual utility to these things.
Do the serials matter at all for how the game works?
Nothing matters for now, right?
Nothing ever matters, Jack. That's
exactly.
the lesson for life.
Exactly. But like maybe there's a high rollers where it's only, a certain set or, there's just so many. It's pretty much get as creative as you want and we're going to be able to build it.
Pete, does that interest you as a big DFS guy, this idea of you're looking at, performance either for the night or for the week, and then going in and acquiring guys that you think might be contrarian that could have big weeks and help you win a Top Shot DFS challenge, or does that not get the juices flowing for you?
I'm interested in it. I haven't been playing as much DFS lately just with everything going on, Top Shot and just business stuff, betting.
Having a child.
Having a kid, moving around. Just all these things converging all at once. But I do think it's interesting, and we should definitely, when Jeremy gets in here, I was kind of excited about the video game element of this and, the possibility, the gamification. And Jeremy is like so out on this, like literally so out. So
on which part? On fantasy?
Not the fantasy, like the video game element of it.
Oh, really?
He's like, he thinks it's like the worst thing that can happen.
That's interesting. I would love to talk to him if he hops on tonight, because I think that you guys know that's like one of the biggest things that I think my generation is going to latch onto because they've been doing this for years.
Yeah, I think it'll be a really, really good conversation. And Jeremy will join us. He's in Tahoe. He's got all the snow. He'll jump on soon. hopefully Jeremy's hopefully has a beer in his hand.
I do think I'm just as a consumer, I'm not quite as interested in it, but it makes complete sense why the younger generation would and why you need things like that to hook them, right? Because at the base level, you're going to have people coming in, wanting to buy packs, hoping to bink a super cool card. But then what do you have beyond that? The long-term investors have, their holds and stuff and playing the market. Like these young kids coming in, they're going to want to have the daily dopamine rush of not only ripping open packs, but having some other engagement vehicle. It seems like, I don't know if these are going to be the ones that stick, but something in that vein.
No doubt. It's my obsession is with the utility. If video games don't work, if challenges don't work, like they're going to be able to
be perfect because Jeremy thinks utility is stupid. And I'm on the ops. I'm like way more tilted towards you, Jack. Like way more. Jeremy has just gotten so into sports cards. He's like, I just wanted to be sports cards and collectibles, and I'll let him articulate his.
And I saw someone in the chat who was like, "Do you actually think utility could kill the marketplace?" I don't think so. I think if anything, the utility might just be for the dollar moments in Series 6 of LeBron James, and I don't know if those maybe hold value long term. They're just for fun, and they're like people are already playing around with them. It'll be fun to talk to him, see what he has to say.
This is a good suggestion from Justin, who's generally full of good suggestions here. I would guess the gaming needs actual moment prizes to incentivize play. Maybe for the entire ecosystem to be invested,
right,
but maybe not a specific subset who wants to interact with it on that level.
Exactly. That's what's going to be interesting, because if you've got this group of people playing DFS, so now Austin Rivers is going for $3, and then they want this player for the video game, and now he's $7, but he was also a DFS value play. Like, I could see where the ecosystems are kind of like crossed up, and I could see why people are like nervous that would affect the market. But I think utility is going to be better than not.
Yeah. I'm still with you, but then I just got a message from a guy who's watching the stream, one of the true OGs in the ecosystem, who has one of the top 2 or 3 collections. He said, for the record, I'm on Team Jeremy. I would never release the game if I were Dapper. If game is bad, hurts value of moments. If it's good, meh, upside, which is, I think, where we disagree, Jack. I think the upside's much higher, especially looking at Fortnite does 300 million in revenue a month on that, which is crazy. But he says, think they can rely on third parties to make a game around it. And that's Jeremy's point too. Like, hey, they have as long as you're not hosting, if third parties are involved, then it's a really good thing. So really interesting discussion. And I'm still much more on your side because I think video games are just exploding. And I think that continues to evolve. And I'm really bullish on Top Shot when augmented reality, virtual reality, all that stuff really take off too. So I think there's a lot of trends that younger generations are going to be obsessed with and already are obsessed with that play really well into Top Shot.
For everyone who is anxious for us to rip open packs, we are waiting for our distributor to bring, back it up, all the bottles, all the packs. Right now, no dice, guys. We are undergoing some maintenance. This feature will be back soon. Jack, do you have any updates for us on that front?
Yeah, my promoter texted me. He said, not looking likely for within the next 30 minutes. So that was 34 minutes ago. So it's one of those things where maybe they tease you along, the bottles are coming out shortly. And, it could be a little, they could be backed up, but.
Wait. Top Shot teasing us along? That doesn't sound like them, Jack.
No, not them. So he said there's work to be done, but we'll see. We will see.
Well, the great thing about Club Top Shot is, generally we go wee hours into the night. And the question is, who is going to blink first? Dapper Devs or Club Top Shot? Who has more stamina? I'm ready to play chicken with the Dapper Devs tonight.
If they saw your last performance, I guess our last performance, how long was that last stream?
It was like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah. So we got a little endurance in us. Plus we have Jeremy come in and there's a lot that can happen.
People were watching back that stream. And I guess there was a moment around an hour in where Pete said, hey, do you guys want to stick around for like a little longer, as if it would be one more beer, 10 minutes. And then we went another hour and a half. People are checking the progress bar and they're like, oh no, narrator says it did go on for much longer.
Oh, it's so much fun. And it does feel like a lifetime ago. And it was like, how long ago is it now?
I think that was
4 nights.
Thursday?
It was Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night. It's only been 3 nights.
Yeah. So our plan, we're still figuring this out. We put this one up tonight. I know Peter was busy a little later in the week. We're going to figure out our schedule. Maybe we will just inherit the Top Shot ethos of just springing these streams on you guys when we feel like it, but hopefully we'll settle into some kind of cadence that you can expect. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our guest of honor who has arrived. It is, of course, Jeremy, the $100,000 man. How are we doing, man?
What's up?
What are you drinking, Jeremy? Some wine?
That's iced tea. Nothing that crazy yet.
Dude, that's not what you roll into the club with. Where are your drinks?
I forgot where the club was. I just came from I was just sweating out an auction for some soccer cards. There's a big auction going on right now.
Who are you buying?
Just got a Thomas Mueller rookie. I'm getting the text live of what's happening for way under what we thought it would go for. We lost on the Lewandowski, but we've got a couple of those.
And this
isn't after soccer.
This isn't a digital Thomas Mueller?
No, they're real live pieces of cardboard.
Wow. Rough speed.
Crazy, right?
Sounds trash to me, honestly.
Hey, real quick, this is a perfect opportunity. Jeremy, we're partying at the club. We all have drinks. You can see Mans is dressed for it. I think there could be a really nice sponsor potentially for Club Top Shot. Why don't you explain a little bit about Los Dos and maybe pour yourself a shot?
Yeah, because I would hate to have to advertise another tequila on here.
You can't drink that ever again. Don't do that ever again.
I'll send you my P.O. box, Jeremy. I don't trust you with my address, but I'll send you my P.O. box.
We'll get you some of this very soon. Very, very soon.
There we go. Show the people the tequila.
Tell people about Los Dos.
Let's do it
and explain it.
We got 500 people watching, a market that's ready to buy tequila.
There's 500 people watching this right now.
520.
Guys, the tequila is physical. It's not digital, which I think no one wants to talk about anymore.
Yeah. No, the chat is so pissed hearing about physical sports cards. It's amazing.
They want nothing to do with it. How do I do the chat? Can I get in there?
Yeah, hit the comments tab on your screen. You should be able to see.
Yeah, but then I lose all you. Okay, got it. Oh,
Are you on your phone?
Cam? I'm on my iPad.
Okay, there we go.
Is what I use as here's the comment on here. I haven't given myself a haircut in a long time. Tequila. All right, we want to talk tequila for a little bit. So I started a tequila company a couple years ago. We're gonna launch it in a month or so. You'll be able to buy it online, LOLz.tequila.com. I promise you it will be the best tequila you've ever had. One of the kind of big impetuses in launching it is learning that almost every mass market tequila has chemical additives in it. And we are the first tequila with no additives approved to be on the label. So that's going to be a big part of what we do. Just kind of clean and honest, transparent. My co-founder, Ben, lived down in Mexico for most of last year, really making sure we found the best place and the best partners to work with. And I think we did.
How much of the appeal of getting in tequila was doing market research, Jeremy?
The market research has been very interesting. As much of it as I can remember, at least.
There you go.
I feel like we're going to secure our first sponsor, literally on our first episode of Club Top Shop. Perfect market fit, potentially.
Absolutely. It's going to be the tequila of the sports betting, fantasy sports, and Top Shot world for sure. That's what we're going after.
So let's hear about the big purchase. You know, a lot of people might recognize your name from the $100,000 purchase this week. Tell the people what you bought, why you bought it, and all that good stuff.
What I bought, I have no idea. I bought a digital moment, which that's what it is, right? I can give you some of the reasons. I probably bought my first moment 14 days ago now. And when I first got into it, I chatting with a bunch of friends about it. I have a friend who used to work with me at Draft who tried to get me back on it in August. And I was like, yeah, this is interesting, but I don't have the time to dive in. Of course, wish I did. Kind of same thing happened with sports cards. But as a kid, I collected a lot, but back in March, everyone's like, or some people are talking about it. I'm like, later. And then obviously the market blew up and I got in. So Top Shot finally got enough conviction, started kind of thinking to buy some stuff. Actually, as I was depositing money to make my first purchases, the 3 first purchases I want all went, which was crazy. Kind of, wow, it moves this fast. It was 2 Booker Cosmics under 3,000 and a Jaw Cosmic at 6,000. And I just identified those as those are the buys. And those were the only Cosmics that went in that period. I'm like, wow, maybe I figured this out a little bit. I know at least other people think the same things, right? I think I told probably Pete right around there. I'm like, I think there's at that point, this was 14 years ago. I'm like, there's a chance this stuff 10x's. There's a chance at 100x's. There's a way better chance it goes to 0. And I think at that point I said, there's probably a 2% chance there's more volume traded here than all of sports cards in 5 years. I now think that's probably, I'd give that a 15% chance or so. And I think for some of these moments, so have a piece of 3 LeBron Cosmics. Those I would bet that there's a better chance they go to 1 million than go to 0 at this point over the next year.
Is that your timeline?
In terms of when to sell them, or?
No. Just I personally think it's a $1 million moment, but I don't know what the timeline is. It feels like a year. Some people are saying by NBA playoffs, LeBron's making a deep run. It could be as soon as May or June, July.
I wouldn't be shocked to see a card go for $1 million at the All-Star break.
At the All-Star break, wow.
Or a moment. Yeah, I think All-Star break's going to be. If you look at sports cards in general, All-Star break's kind of things rise to that, and at least they did last season and this season. Last season was unique with the bubble. But yeah, so I've got just more and more, since I've kind of dove into it, more and more conviction. I think being part of that John Moran purchase, that was the first record breaker with Bales and Pete, seeing the reaction, I thought people were going to have a lot more of a hurdle getting into this and buying pieces of nothing, right?
I said the same exact thing. It's crazy. Yeah.
To me, these are sports cards. It's the exact same thing. Why is a sports card valuable? Because someone else wants it. Supply and demand, right? And a lot of people think, well, why don't you get licensing rights? You don't own why don't you own the image? I'm like, you don't. When you get a sports card from Panini, you don't own that image. You're not getting any licensing rights. It's the same thing. Exactly.
Oh, is this Jack's new prop?
My
I love
favorite
it.
prop. It's my favorite prop. I'm worth $5 million now.
Right. I
What
mean,
that really is a flex, Jack, is what a great printer you have.
It's
I think
incredible.
that's
When I
really,
took the picture and posted on Twitter, people actually thought it was the real card,
Wow.
which is crazy. It's not even like in a case. Like it was nuts. But yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Jeremy.
No, so I mean, look, I've been over the last 6 months or so, I've just kind of dove headfirst into sports cards. And it became kind of like end of the summer, just had light bulbs going off in my head, being like, I should be investing money in this. I should be looking around the space. I've now invested in 4 companies. I'm like, there's going to be a bunch of billion-dollar companies built here. I believe in it as an asset class. Around then, I had conversations with a bunch of like-minded friends, and a lot of them just like kind of need that push and dove in around the same time. So it's been fun to kind of dive into it with a lot of friends at a similar time frame. But just learning, there's so much friction with physical cards, right? The experience is, before there's some solutions, like StarStock makes things a lot easier. Dibs is coming, they're going to make things a lot easier. But before all of that, or still where the mass of the volume is on eBay, right? You got to figure out who you want to buy. You got to figure out which of their cards. For Zion, I think there's something like 1,300 different rookie cards. You got to figure out which one of those is the right one to buy. Then you got to go on eBay. You got to search. You got to figure out, hope it's authentic, hope it's in good condition if it's not graded. You've got to be there at a certain time to bid on it. You win. You then got to get it in the mail. You got to hope it wasn't damaged. You got to hope it's authentic. If it's graded, you're going to send it in for grading. You're going to wait 6 months or however long that takes. You're going to get it back. You're going to post it on eBay when you want to sell it. You're going to deal with all the bullshit that comes on eBay and buyers that are asking you tons of questions, and then maybe just return it if he gets hurt within the month afterwards, or claim they never got it. All to do one sale, right? And you look at Top Shot, and you can open a pack, you can put everything up for sale. And I saw Darren Ravel tweeted a couple of days ago that the sellers outweighed the buyers. I think it was on that Sunday when I made the Zion purchase. And I think that's natural. Imagine if people who do pack breaks for sports cards could sell their cards instantly. You'd have more sellers than buyers. I actually looked yesterday, and there were, I think, 6,000 something buyers and 4,000 sellers. So it flipped a little bit. But it's just, there's so much of the friction of sports cards is removed, and I'm such a believer in sports cards. And this just seems easier and more natural. So specifically,
did it kill your somewhat interest in physical cards? Because for me, I get really nervous about a Luka, like any next gen. I think vintage will hold, but I'm nervous about anything past 2016-ish.
I've always been nervous about modern in general. I've gone to some specific cards when I do it. But like that, the modern cards I've gone after are like the pretty cards: Kaboom, Color Blast, Stained Glass, Net Marvels. Like those are what I've been drawn to, and I kind of believe that the stuff I've kind of, in coming into cards, what I thought would be interesting is, hey, I think 10x new people are going to come into even physical cards over the next 5 years, and so the rules are going to continue to evolve and change. There's old school collectors who agreed on one thing, and a similar thinking about Top Shot too is like, right now there's a community there, and certainly before this growth, there was a community there that agreed on some things. Jersey numbers are valuable. Serial numbers are valuable. Serial number 1 is more valuable. I don't know how that's going to end up, right? That doesn't exist in cards. I kind of believe as Top Shot grows, more people will come in who have experience in physical cards, and so the rules will trend more to physical cards, which kind of goes against why did I purchase the Zion number 1. Yeah. But to go to that, I think if you equate it to cards, the most undervalued players on there are LeBron, just because this is the first LeBron on there. The Cosmic is the first biggest LeBron. There's 49 of them. So many more people are going to come in who are big card collectors saying, I want to make a big purchase. What's the best thing on here? And they're either going to go to LeBron, they're going to go to the Kobe tribute, LeBron you got. That's where they're going to go, right? And then rookies. If you look at sports cards, in 2019's products, if you look at 2019 Prism, a Zion's worth 85 times Giannis. And on Top Shot, they're about even. Zion's now probably a bit higher priced for Series 1, right? So that to me is like, that was a big kind of, I don't even know if I believe in Zion. I'm terrified of injuries with him and Ja both. Obviously, both have tons of talent and tons of upside. But to me, to get the number 1 Zion, jersey number, serial number 1, I'm like, that just has huge upside. So could that go to 0? Certainly. Could he get hurt? Certainly. But could that be $1 million+ card? or moment very quickly, certainly, and that doesn't do that to me.
Peter, what is your thought on that with, injuries? We all know it from fantasy DFS, how brutal that can be. How much do you think a big injury, a season-ending injury would crater Top Shot value for some of these premium moments?
I think it's impactful, and I think it depends on the injury as well. And quick, Jeremy, I sent you a message. I don't know if you have something other than your iPad.
I just replied. Yeah, is my connection really bad?
Your sound is not great.
Yeah, I'm hearing that. I'm on 5G because it's been better. I'm gonna try to flip to the Wi-Fi. Let's see if that comes better.
Cool. Yeah, I think it certainly is risky, and for transparency, Jeremy, Bales, and I are kind of investing collectively in a lot of these moments. So we split that, or we have allocation on that Zion. We purchased a couple LeBron Cosmics. I got the LeBron number 8 for the Kobe tribute dunk, which we're really happy about. The Ja Cosmic number 1, and a couple others. But yeah, I'm a little more concerned, and Jeremy has so much conviction that we're trusting him, and I think he's right on basically LeBron, Ja, Zion being like kind of the premier moments to have, given where the platform is and the rookie element of Ja and Zion. So yeah, I think LeBron, if he had like a torn ACL tomorrow, that's not going to impact him too much. But yeah, like an Achilles rupture to Ja or Zion, or like some horrible injury, that stuff is no good. And yeah, I don't know what the actual impact is long term on their values, but certainly would hurt their short term prices. But I think the upside for both those guys is significant. I'm probably still Team Ja, although Zion's really impressed me the last couple of weeks.
Jack, here's a question for you. Justin's been asking lots of questions in the chat about serial numbers. Obviously, people have agreed about putting a premium on number 1s, on last card jersey number, but he's now getting more into the middle of the bookends here. Why for you do you think, single digits versus double digits, triple digits? Why is the value, higher for a 4 to a 758 here, even though it sounds silly, but why for you?
It honestly just looks better. Like personally, I think it actually looks better, the number 4 versus 758. I guess statistically it's not more rare, but it also feels more rare the higher, the closer to 1 you get. I guess the same theory would be there's only one number 4, there's only one number 23, there's only one number 1. So they all have the same rarity in theory, but one's matched. That's just going to be a huge thing with the market. And I don't know if it was Jeremy or Peter talking about it. If they got more pixelated, it would be
you're just last year. It's just barely even legible.
Yeah. But I think, like they were saying, it depends what the market's going to come into. I'm super interested. Is the LeBron Cosmic, which was first, is that even going to be better than the Kobe tribute dunk long term? One would actually think is the actual moment going to matter? Because in cards, it doesn't. People are always I don't get it. Why are they buying that LeBron dunk, the one against the Kings that's in the Cosmic or the Hollow, over the Kobe tribute dunk? Because it's first, but could new collectors come in and be like, no, that dunk's actually not cool at all. Who's he dunking over? Who is he dunking over? Is it Omri Caspi? I know you don't know.
Pete, you're muted.
Bielitsa?
Baines, right? Aaron Baines?
That's the Morant dunk.
That's Morant. Morant's dunk is. So I'm a
sorry.
Yeah.
Jeremy and I have talked a lot about this. I've been saying the moment's ultimately going to matter, and Jeremy, obviously has the sports card market expertise, and just saying it doesn't matter as much. And I think we're both converging a slight bit, and who knows where it ends up being right, but. I've been really bullish on the moment, which is why I was so excited about the Ja. And looking back, we should have bought a LeBron instead of Ja off the bat, I guess. But the Ja could still be really. We're really excited about that moment. I think it's spectacular. But at that exact moment in time, getting a premium LeBron piece was probably better than going Ja first. But I do love that Ja specifically because it's his rookie, it's a Cosmic, it's number 1, and it's legitimately his best NBA moment. So
right.
I like that aspect of it. And I'm with you. I'm actually more convinced that the LeBron tribute could be the best moment for LeBron.
Yeah.
Jeremy, question for you.
Real quick,
Oh yeah, go for it.
To promote the comment from Mark James. Do you see it? My bet.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear Jeremy's perspective on this. Of, will like a rookie moment from him that's run it back with a badge surpass, or like is the belief that LeBron Cosmic and then LeBron Kobe tribute dunk will forever be the most expensive moments?
You're talking about the Giannis run it back?
Well, no, the question, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, is my bet. He says, my bet is that the most expensive moments have yet to come, as in 2003 run it back.
Okay. It's something that scares me. So I think I said to Pete and some others, I think the Giannis run it back is probably the highest variance card on there.
Yeah.
If people start, like, sports card collectors are going to come in, they're going to look for rookies. That's what they're trained to do.
Right.
And Series 1 is unique and interesting because everyone's rookie. It's kind of like the first year of Prism a little bit, but I think more material and meaningful here. If that Giannis is really valuable, I think that would suck, because then they can just come in and really mess with value and scarcity. I hope that Series 1s end up being the most valuable. Obviously, it's what I'm holding and what I'm betting on, but like, I just think that's how this market hopefully ends up behaving. If they end up retroactively doing rookies for everyone, that's like, Pete and I have had this kind of debate sometimes too. Is like, there's so many levers that the team there can pull, and there's so much they can fuck up, right? I've talked to Roham a bunch now. I have a lot of faith. It seems like an amazing team. They're doing really, what they've done so far is amazing. But there's a lot for them to make sure they get right, and there's so many interesting dynamics with the market. I hope that the market doesn't start to come back, kind of go retroactive. I hope that Giannis doesn't end up being super valuable, because then that means people just go back and look at old rookies.
Are you? Did you ever look into Pokemon or stuff like that? So one of the really interesting things is that essentially first edition Series 1 holds value over everything else, even if you get a Charizard, two levels later. So I'm thinking it's kind of a combination market where, of course, rookies will be valuable. That's what NBA collectors know, but they'll know that Cosmic is the first series. But I'm with you. Like, if they release a Jordan moment or they release a LeBron rookie,
right.
But what do you think about the 1 of 1s and the 1 of 3s? You think those will surpass the LeBron stuff, no matter what? Yeah.
Because I think those were I think they were minted at the same time the Cosmics were minted. Right. So they're gonna drop later, but I believe they're all series 1. I mean, I want those 101 moments. I've kind of been against my self-interest, like trying to help them and make some connections for them to help them kind of blow up the marketplace. But at the same time, God, I want those to go cheap when they come, because I want that LeBron 101, the Ja 101, the Zion 101.
Do you know if that's going to be auction or how that will work? Do you have any insight on that?
I think they're thinking about all the options and some of the really, I mean, you can put pieces together for some of the cool platforms that are out there right now. I think they're thinking about all those things.
So Jeremy, how do you go from, you go in on the Ja buy with Bales and Peter, and then talk about the kind of confidence that builds leading up to the $100,000 purchase? Like, what changed for you between those two buys?
Jeremy, tell the story about that 12 hours. That's what really needs to be told.
All right. So we make the Ja buy, and we're all super excited. And then it was the reaction. I mean, Bale's posting about it, and then Bale's article, and seeing the reaction that came. I mean, within 2 days, it felt like all of Daily Fantasy was on Top Shot, right? And it's like, again, being in cards for 6 months and talking to everyone that will listen about cards, people don't dive in that quick. So I'm like, okay, this makes sense to me, and it's making sense to people. I thought that gap would have been bigger, and people would need to hear about it a lot longer. And so just more and more conviction kept building, right? And if you look at my percentages from, hey, this is going to be, there's a 2% chance when I started to now 15% chance of this overtaking sports cards. If this overtakes sports cards in terms of volume, well, these early moments are going to be really, really, really valuable. So then it was, holy shit, this has a real shot to do that. We got to get the moments we think are going to be most valuable. So that really it's LeBron Cosmics. I mean, I remember looking at a LeBron Cosmic when I was on early at 25. I had a deal that ended up not happening at 35. I was on a marketplace at 35 for a second, then went up to 39.99. And I have another buddy who's like, hey, we should just buy it. I'm like, let me wait till tomorrow morning. Let's see if we can get it off market. And then it went, and then one went for 40.99. I was already kind of telling myself, hey, get as many LeBron Cosmics as I can. But just kind of waited and pulled the trigger. Should have pulled the trigger quicker. So Pete Bales and we had all kind of agreed, hey, we need LeBron Cosmics. Those are most likely things to be worth $1 million really quickly. And we started trying to do deals off market. There were two on market. One at the time, this is Saturday night, Peter?
We got a LeBron Cosmic and a Zion Cosmic for like 90,000.
No, Ja for 90. Yep.
90.
That was Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, and then Saturday night.
So Saturday there's those two on the market. We're pinging people. I've been DMing with Pranksy. We're trying to get Cosmics as much as we can. I hit up Jack in the DMs. He was not selling. We're kind of all chatting. He's just like, we should just buy the two. There were 88 and 95 for the two that were up there. We're like, we should just grab them. I'm like, I'm in DMs with Pranksy. I bet we might have a shot at his because he had his listed, but I guess he had already agreed to do a deal with someone at a way lower price. But so he's like, I have a deal with someone. I want to honor that deal. But he had it listed. So I'm like, oh, if he has it listed, there must be some kind of agreement where, hey, if it sells around here, I'm allowed to sell it. So I was out to him in his DMs and we had the thought, let me ping him again and just say, hey, we're about to make a move. Do you we're about to make a move? You willing to sell that for somewhere in between the price someone else is going to pay you and the listed price? And he replied, oh shit, pulled it. As soon as he pulled it, the 88 listed theirs to 100. There was also a hollow LeBron that we were going to buy of his that he also then lifted way up or pulled. So we were just on tilt. We're like, fuck, we just lost our chance to get these things under 100,000. We should have grabbed those. Full tilt. But then Peter was on Discord chatting with someone there who he's become close with, who he, I guess, helped broker a deal. And we ended up getting two out for 170. So we got 13 and 17 or something like that for 170 and
170.
My Cosmic experience was way less tilting, but it'll make
how'd you get yours?
It'll make everyone else sick. But I was talking with the guy in Discord. I think there was one listed for $8K. This is like 3 weeks ago. $8,000 for LeBron Cosmic. I send to Dapper. I send the USD instead of the actual crypto. So it was an underpayment. And then it was pretty much like the weekend. They were just starting to kind of ramp up. So my money's like sitting there and I'm like, this shit's going to sell. Like I know it's going to sell. Same thing that happened to you. And it sold. And I was talking to my guy and he was like, I can do 10-5 and, 2 run it back moments. So, I mean, not the same price difference, but still like 20% difference because I sent an underpayment. But I knew I had to have that moment. Like I just knew.
When was that?
I know it was during it might have been right before New Year's or the day after.
Wow. Yeah, so you were early. When did you first get on?
2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah, right. You're saying I'm early. It was literally 3 weeks ago.
Right.
The first time I was born. My first buy is from 6 months ago. And then you can see in like my activity, like I came back 2 months ago, bought a few more packs, didn't come back. And then for whatever reason, like I think once you buy, you see the market move a little, you're like, okay, this is serious. Like you got to go for it. So that's where I ended up. I got the Cosmic.
So that's what brought you back in. You ended up seeing.
Yeah.
You saw the market move and you're like, I should hop back in.
Exactly. It was a little confirmation bias because same as you, like we got it, we understand it, but if no one's here, it's like then we're all kind of just trading with the community. But once new people started coming in, it was go time.
Jack, let's do another episode of Shark Tank like we did, what feels like a decade ago, and you rejected my hypothetical $500,000 offer for your number 23. I am now this week I'm feeling a little plush. My market low value on intangibles has gone up thousands. So I'm willing to offer you $750,000 for your LeBron number 23. It's going in the hands of just an imaginative content creator. I mean, think of all the things I could do with that. What do you say, Jack?
So I'll be clear. The one moment that I bought with like my group is that one. So it's not all up to me. I own the largest share of it.
Who's in the group?
Just my friends and some family members. I think they saw
some
my
kids
excitement.
that he met at the 7-Eleven buying Slurpees.
Can I get in this group?
They're the most random people hitting me up. They're like, next time you're making an investment, let me know. So I was like, all right, like there's interest. Yeah. But so it's not fully my decision. $750K. I'm not saying we would say no. I think we would have that conversation only because some of the people that are in it to do a 12x for the amount they put in, which might have been a little more than they're comfortable with in a week or 10 days, I might not have a say in that one. I would hold it. And we've said the goal is to sell it for $1 million. I think it will be worth more than that, possibly. But like, if we get an offer for $1 million at the All-Star break and it took us 6 weeks to 20x, a large amount of money, it's just going to be hard to say no to that, knowing the people I did it with. The Cosmic, though, I mean, when Jeremy DM'd me, I was like, we didn't even really have a conversation. He was just like, I get it. You're not selling. I'm not selling. But that, I mean, my guess is that 23, I know they're going to release one of ones. I know they're going to release the 3. We don't even know what's going to come out in the future. I think there's a chance that it's the holy grail moment of the entire platform. That's just my intuition. I think there's so much tied to it. And then it was interesting to see the number 1 sell. It was also on the market for about $50K, which is what we paid. I kind of regret not grabbing both just to play both sides of it, right? But I mean, 1 and 23 were on the market. I talked to my guys. They were like, we get it with 23. Because I think just tie to LeBron. If people have asked with someone like Devin Booker, right? Where's jersey he's number 1. Someone like Ja, right? Where 12's not like an iconic number and it's just his jersey number. But with 23, I mean, it's not only LeBron, it's MJ. It's the most famous number in probably basketball history.
So, Jeremy, how are you thinking about that? Because Jack there is describing the future kind of iconic moments that could pop up on the platform and drive attention away from that being the premium moment. How do you balance that tight, rope act of, hey, they could be releasing these things. My big time investment in the most premium card at the moment might not be the most premium card in another month. Not to scare you.
I do have an update. We've got,
you kind of got to hope they understand, right? What they have in their marketplace.
Active wallets over the last 24 hours.
Wow,
it's a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you, Jeremy? To follow up on that, do you do they need to be more transparent with their roadmap? I mean, they can drop bombs, right? They can just drop something on the market and immediately change the game. They could, dare I say, flip the Top Shot on its head, Jeremy.
They could fuck it up. I think part of the bad and I've gotten more comfortable having talked to the CEO a good amount, and he seems amazing. Part of the bad on this is that they're going to create a thriving marketplace and a thriving business. And so they've got to make the right moves to do that. If they make the wrong moves, the values change, things get less valuable, people have less confidence, and that will end up destroying the marketplace.
Little update for you guys.
This is a very nascent, very, very speculative thing, right?
Yeah, super speculative. We were talking in the beginning of the show about that Steph moment and referenced this person multiple times throughout the show. But MBL267, one of the most knowledgeable people in the whole community, super helpful on Discord if you're getting into this. Extremely passionate about Top Shot. I think his intangible value of his collection is like 6 million or something, 5 or 6 million, just an absolute crazy amount. But he's been super helpful, and I've learned a ton from him. And he said that 207 Steph Curry metallic golds off the challenge.
Crazy. I mean, that's crazy. What do you think that means? Is there just so much big money in it? Because that is not a cheap challenge to complete. and you had to spend a nice amount of money like that. I know that also means there's only 200 people that were needed in the grand scheme of things, but I'm shocked at those numbers.
I'm shocked too. I thought it'd be under 100 for sure, but again, I have so little knowledge, and I'm trying to learn as much as I can, which is why I did it. And obviously, I don't feel great about the investment that I made to achieve the challenge, but it's a fun learning experience, and it is wild. I mean,
Pete, it's okay. Some of us sell bookers for 400% under market value. It happens. We all
what are
make.
the odds that you bring this up in 10 years when you're in Colorado? Like, what are the odds that we're together, like shooting hoops or doing some degenerate stuff, and you're like, dude, I still can't believe you made me sell those cool cats for $180. Like, what are the odds that happens?
When they're worth 18 grand each cool cat, he'll probably continue to bring it up.
Yeah.
Justin Hersey makes a really good point, and that's MBL's point, and kind of what I thought. The metallic golds are just highly concentrated to the really early adopters, and the early adopters, you just put it out there, completed this challenge. And MBL was the guy who really understood kind of how to figure out what challenges were going to be. And it's cool. The transparency of the blockchain is extremely valuable.
We got an update from Top
I've got to
Shot.
say, I don't think I like the sorry, I'm on a bit of lag here.
No, you're good. It's just
We got the gamification stuff because, Jeremy, before you were on, Jack is you and Jack are on opposite ends of the universe. And MBL actually was the guy that I read what he said, and I'll read it again, and we can this will be a good way to dive into this. So he said, we were explaining both sides of it. He said, for the record, I'm on Team Jeremy. I would never release the game if I were Dapper. If game is bad, hurts value of moments. If it's good, meh, upside. Think they can rely on third parties to make a game around it.
Before we dive in, I'll say I don't need Dapper to make a game. Like, my intuition is NBA 2K makes a great video game. Figure out a way to partner. Figure out, like, these kids already play Ultimate Team or My Team, whatever. A LeBron Cosmic could be a 99 overall player. A LeBron Hollow could be a 97. And whatever you own, if it's a Series 6 Release 7 LeBron, maybe that's an 89. And so it could confuse the marketplace because the utility is all over daily fantasy. It could be in video games. But I think, like, I'm just coming from a place where I've seen my brother spend $500 in FIFA 20, and then he goes to FIFA 21. It's worth nothing. And there is a chance to potentially, through a lot of tech, make that stuff have value over time.
Jack, real quick, the people want the update that you were about to give there. People think that
it's in the Discord. It's a part of our maintenance has involved unsticking events. This means some packs that were paid for will be arriving. Some packs that were never paid for will be reappearing in the packs page. So go to your we're going to lose all our viewers. They're going to head over to the pack buying page. This probably won't go well. Expect error messages, stuck processing. In the end, some of you will get those. Most will not. These stuck events are also causing activities to appear. They're being processed now. Not so much happening. Apologies for any confusion. It's kind of like no update within the update, I guess.
No, this is like in the Discord where you can add the announcements to your personal server. Yeah, Jack reads the announcements in real time as we get here on the stream.
Exactly.
All right, back to our gamification talk.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even like I don't like the challenges because they just kind of they create perverse incentives that aren't how the free market would act in a way, right? Like, I want people to come and buy who they think is going to go up based on that player's career, based on kind of the same way sports cars do, right? Based on perception, whatever it is. But now with challenges and with a Dapper or Top Shot hosted game, they get to pull the strings and decide what's valuable and what's not via game dynamics if they want. And I'm most interested. I don't want to learn a game. If I wanted to play a game, not that I'm allowed to, I can't play daily fantasy, but I'd play daily fantasy or something like that, right? Or I'd go play FIFA or NBA 2K or whatever. I want to invest in athletes. I want to be able to speculate on who I think is going to be great down the line and buy their cards, buy their moments, invest in them. I mean, I started the business that became Draft started at Star Street. It was a sports stock market, right? I've been thinking about this since I was a little kid collecting sports cards. I always wanted the rookie cards. Unfortunately, it was Vince Carter, not Kobe. But if they build a game, I mean, if it's a game where, hey, you put your moments, create it's fantasy, it's a fantasy game of sorts. Well, once LeBron retires, is he not valuable anymore? Right? Like that really can screw up the marketplace. So I'm scared of that as an investor, but I'm also disinterested in that as a customer. It's just not, I'm not here to play a game. I'm here to invest.
Well, you're here to play a different game, your own stock market. Right.
Jeremy sounds like he's on one of the early reality TV shows where they say, I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to play a game. I'm here to find love. That's what Jeremy's here for.
I think Herzog
in the moments, baby.
I think it's an interesting question. He said, how confident are you that that's your majority, right? Because my belief, I'm not even saying like it has to be a game or it has to be DFS. My belief is just because of the millions of kids who play video games and the millions of people that your business is actually in, that like there is a large market, right, that wants that. I'm the same way. I probably looked at Star Street growing up because I wanted to play that stock market game. Now the question is that stock market type of game, like, can they just release one series where, because to me, it's like, okay, now hollows have more value. It's like, how do you commoditize them as simple as possible? So where you can actually calculate the ratio. Like it feels to me like it needs a singular set where it's like, okay, LeBron's currently 300, Ja's currently 150. But then it's like long-term trajectory versus single season. It's interesting, right? I'm curious what you think.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny hearing you say that because that's even how I think about sports cards and like what I've desired. There's still not a lot of good data out there to be able to just look at multiples across different players, sets, products, grades. I think it's smart of them to, it seems like there's going to be three kind of common things they're going to do each year. That's why back to the Zion purchase, like, I wonder if therefore, like, I think Cosmic's going to be way more valuable than Hollow, and I'd bet on Cosmic over Hollow. And even like, but I wonder if for the rookies, if it actually may be Hollow, since that's the kind of thing they do every single year. So Series 1 Cosmic is this unique one-time thing, and like, hey, that's what you had to have for the early players. But maybe the veterans kind of have more of a premium there than there's not that rookie premium, and then the rookie premium happens in Hollows that happen every year. So I mean, if you look 10 years down the line, only rookies only come in Hollow, and that in terms of legendary, like maybe that is where the rookies appreciate. So there's a little bit of the thinking on the Zion. I mean, again, the thinking on Zion was just, I think this is the last time there's going to be such a marquee moment under 100K. Grab it. There wasn't a ton of thinking. I was actually on my way out, woke up, was on my way out to go skiing. I think Pete messaged me. I saw it. I messaged Pete, something like that, and it was a 5-minute snap decision. Delayed my skiing for quite a bit though.
Which is, I think, awesome because once again, the liquidity in the market, like you could buy it now off of eBay, but you would probably do a lot more vetting. Like, you know what you're getting when you were buying that, right? Like, you knew there were no problems, no issues. Like, that was yours, which is crazy that that's soon going to happen with $1 million moments. And it's going to be transferred like that, which is cool.
There's a lot that's better about these than there is about the sports card experience. A lot.
There's some chatter in the chat about, more sports adding this. It's been, everyone's getting excited. Like, I'm not primarily an NBA guy, getting really excited about the idea of NFL. I know they already have a UFC one. Do you guys worry that, donkeys like me who are just absolutely fascinated with this product, but would maybe quickly jump ship for an NFL one, lose interest? Do you worry about the values plummeting if there is more competition in town? Or do you think the NBA and this, platform is so unique that it could hold value even in that situation?
My view is that it'd be a rising tide for all boats. Maybe short term, it's a net negative, but long term, if this truly becomes like the collectible of the future for sports card moments, whatever you want to call it, collectibles, sports collectibles, then I think it's a net win. But curious, Jack and Jeremy's take.
Well, they're the best part about it is they're NFTs. And while everything's centralized right now, why can't we trade, a LeBron for a Mahomes? Like,
ooh, now we're
in
talking.
theory, you can do that. So I agree. Net negative, just because I do think, like, would you have, if NFL came first, would you have ever touched NBA? Like, I don't think you would have. But rising tide generally is the sense.
Yeah. Jeremy, what do you think about that? Other sports being introduced? Does it make you, is that another factor you worry about with your investments if another big sport gets involved?
I think the off season was always a worry for me of, hey, what's going to happen in the NBA off season? But look, if you're the leagues looking at what's happening right now, you're saying, oh shit, I gotta do this. And the guys at Dapper are not idiots. They're probably going out and trying to get those deals, right? And if you're the leagues, are you going to go with Dapper, who's just proven this is working, or are you going to go with someone else who? I mean, I think these guys are going to win the bids, and they probably will be a bidding war. And maybe Topps is in, maybe Panini's in. Who knows? Maybe there's another startup. But like, if I'm the NFL, I probably am choosing Dapper, given what I'm seeing right now.
Well,
and they've got the capital, they've got the investors.
Debatably with how the last week's gone, but the general sense of yes, I would use Dapper.
Yeah.
Pete, where do you think this can go as far as we're starting to see it bubble up a little bit? I know there was just a Fox local TV segment about it. We got the Forbes article. Like, where do you see this trajectory of publicity, versus just kind of the word of mouth stuff we're also seeing right now?
Well, publicity has been fantastic, and we have a variety of really, influential people getting involved. I love seeing, like Bogdan Bogdanovic bought his, hollow New Jersey number, which I think is just, it was a hollow, I believe. Yeah. Super cool. Jack, you tweeted that out. That stuff's cool. Imagine NBA owners getting involved. Imagine, some of the most influential people in like the collectible space getting involved. So I still think there's a big trajectory, but it's been fun just seeing the DFS and gambling community get involved. And yeah, people who like risk reward love this. And Jeremy and I share the same passion. I sent like a drunken email like midnight in like 2011 or 12 to Jeremy about the sports stock market. It's like literally my favorite idea ever. And like, we're still synced on that. And, I think that this has a real chance to be a big part of that. And that concept has failed many, many times, but I'm still optimistic the right people can pull it off down the road.
We got Barry asking about withdrawal stuff. Obviously, that's been a hot topic of conversation. Where are you guys at with that stuff? I mean, are you guys able to withdraw right now? I know they say it's kind of an ambiguous process, multiple weeks, being a heavy volume user, all of that stuff. Does that give you guys concern? Because I've heard a lot of people, making jokes like, why would you put your money on a platform where you can't pull it back off right now?
Jeremy should take it. Jeremy has so much experience with this stuff. I've refunded some credit cards in the DFS space.
Yeah, so. I think it's coming from being a daily fantasy operator, people try to take money often, right? So there's chargebacks, there's credit card fraud. I think given they're in their beta period, they're just really trying to be cautious about that. I think it's something they need to fix, something they will fix. But my sense right now is they're just being cautious, that they kind of figure out how money moves, because they don't want to get stuck with a bunch of chargebacks or people owning moments that they ended up not paying for or whatever it is. So there's a lot of, this thing's so early and they just experienced hyper growth kind of well before probably they thought they were going to experience it. I've got a lot of faith, again, I've said it, having talking to them, given the investors they have, given the engineering kind of talent they seem to have there, and the interest in it. Like, I think they'll figure it out. There's growing pains. And we saw it in DFS, right? There were times that operators used to go down every Sunday, right? And they figured it out for the most part.
My only suggestion would just be more transparent with it. Like, there should be a notification when you go to deposit, FYI, right now our system does not allow you to pull out until you go through this 2 to 3 week verification period, making sure you are a credible user, et cetera, et cetera. Because I think right now some people feel tricked. Like, I put money on, can't buy packs, I want to pull it off for something out, and now I'm handcuffed.
Yeah, agreed. I think that's very fair, and they should do that.
Yeah, they absolutely should provide more transparency, and it's something that should be talked a lot about. I think it's, we're passionate participants in this network, and I think it's good to educate. And, seeing what happened in DFS, chargebacks were a huge issue for a long time. So, there's credit card fraud. The classic DFS move was deposit $5,000 in a credit card, lose it all in DFS, and then try to charge it back. And Not that that's what's happening necessarily on Top Shot, but there's a lot of challenges there. And I do think if you're depositing with crypto, the process to get withdrawals is a little bit easier. But this is one of like 15 challenges. I mean, there's just a fire hydrant of different things coming at this Top Shot team that they need to handle, and prioritizing those is certainly, a big challenge, something I'm not envious of running. Like, I don't know what I'd be choosing first to prioritize. So, yeah.
Go ahead, Jack.
There's Top Shot moments up on eBay, which is interesting.
Say that again.
There's some Top Shot moments that are now listed on eBay. Here, I can
Cool.
show
Any big ones?
Nothing big.
I know Pranksy's putting his up on either Golden or Heritage, it looks like.
Yeah.
A couple of his big moments.
What do you think about that decision or that move?
I'm psyched to see how it plays out. I think it's really cool. I mean, that's one of the cool things about NFTs is you can, they're going to be easy to transact and they can go anywhere. So I wouldn't be surprised to see one on a Rally or Otis. I wouldn't be surprised to seeing them on eBay. That's natural. Platforms like Gibbs when they come and Golden and the auction houses. I mean, be fascinating when we see one of these at Sotheby's.
Yeah, I was actually researching the whale token today, and I know there's some polarizing views there, and talking to some people in the community. I'm not trying to endorse it or anything, but basically this guy, Whale Vault, owns a ton of moments. Like, if you go through, he has one of the most amazing collections.
Is it Whale Vault or Whale Shark? Are they the same people or are they different people?
I don't know. I don't know. I know it's Whale Vault. I believe.
Okay.
And I think there might be another account, and basically it owns a variety of NFTs, a lot of Top Shot moments, and basically tokenized. He can't trade those and tokenized those assets under the money whale sign. And it's fascinating just to think about how this all can evolve. And we talked about fractionalized investing, which I think is really interesting. So there's so many directions this can go. And to me, just researching more and more, like, digital has so many more benefits than the physical cards. It's so much easier to do this, so much more transparency. Your cards aren't sitting with a centralized grading company. So, yeah, I don't know. Whale Shark and Whale Shark 2, someone said. A Whale Shark owns the Whale Vault. Maybe I'm.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Oh, he changed his name
into Whale Vault. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because when I got in, the guy I bought the Cosmic from, he was telling me to check out his profile, which I'm sure is a crazy valuation now. It was like 5 million, like back then or something. But he is in the digital land space. So I don't know how much research you guys have done into that. But
yeah.
Did you invest any into that?
No, but I think Bales is deep in the game. I said I wanted to buy real estate in Aspen, but
yeah, it's crazy. And he's apparently the biggest landowner there is, like, in that space. So he owns, that whale coin could be interesting. Where would you buy something like that? Like, what exchange is that even on?
I had to use MetaMask to get it. So I set up a MetaMask, and I had a MetaMask on my old computer. I set it up on the new computer and started messing around and converted Ethereum into Whale. But I've done some research and have heard polarizing views. So again, not trying to make an endorsement here and pump this thing up. I've heard some different views, and I certainly need to educate myself more on it.
I think we should. We can't rip open any packs right now. I think we should look at some moments. Jack, I want to hear about your challenge you have going on. Can we see the card that you bought that you're hoping to ladder up with here?
Yeah, it's been a slow start.
People need to see some moments. We've been talking a while and we haven't seen anything.
Yeah, so let's see. This is old, but what I did was I bought Jennings Boy, which was Zach Levine. So I bought a Zach Levine LE, metallic LE for $975. I sold it for $1,200, instantly flipped it into the serial. What I did with the Levine, though, was I bought the floor. So I bought for $975. I reposted for $1,200. So then I really liked this Beal because the separation between the Beal, his like mid tier and his high tier was like a few $1,000, and his top moment was not selling for that much. So I felt like this was like the strongest. Plus, I loved that it was 19. The rest that were listed were kind of not even close to that. I don't think you guys can see when I click this, right? They can't see.
Yeah, if
right?
you select one, you can see it, but you can't see the pop out. Yeah.
So the low is now 1050. I was thinking about the closest one to mine is 1700. So I was thinking about going 1500. If I had to do it again, I would say, what I've learned the most, but what I didn't feel like really doing was I bought one moment. I would have just bought like 12 Obi top-ins, right, for 50 or 60 bucks a pop because those skyrocketed and then I would have been able to flip them. But I'm trying to stick on just owning like a singular moment so we can kind of follow that trajectory. But I've heard a lot of people saying like Beal's kind of underrated. He's, he could potentially win the scoring title. He's a super good player. I love him. He's young. Also, what if he gets traded to Miami? Like there's a lot of upside. The thing is with this, I'm actually trying to move them pretty quickly. So like with Levine, I looked at his schedule. He played LaMelo on national TV, then Lakers Celtics. So it's pretty easy to get rid of the Zach Levine. The Beal, he's struggling. The Wizards are awful, but they kind of came back into the spotlight after they had missed a few weeks. So I'm curious once this one sells, because I have a lot of confidence that it will. I just maybe have to move the price. If I'll stick to the one moment kind of flipping, whereas I think it's more beneficial to maybe own a collection of a few if you're trying to play the flip game.
I love the elite name Obi Toppin. I've been trying to workshop something with the club Poppin with Obi Toppin.
We can get that going.
Yeah, we continue to flesh that out. We also have Lundar. Is this stream too highbrow to say smash the like on? No, it is definitely not. I mean, we have 569 people watching right now. Very nice. And only 156 likes. Can we get some smashing?
I think people were saving their likes in case of an emergency situation. For example, we open some packs, maybe we don't have good pack luck, and then we're like, oh, should we open a premium? We need more likes. So I'll say there might have been reserving their like in fairness.
All right. Let's also, you can be stingy with your likes, but let's ratchet up the subscribes. We're going to have lots of Top Shot content coming down the pipeline. I believe on Thursday, I'm going to be talking with Jacob from Top Shot. He's going to hop on, talk to us a little bit about some stuff in the pipeline, all that good stuff. So you need to subscribe, turn on the notification. You can also get this in podcast form. We launched the podcast. The link is in the description. It's on Anchor right now. There's also an RSS feed, so you can drop it into your podcast app of choice. I put the 3 previous Top Shot streams up there on the iTunes feed if you want to go back and listen to the time Peter told me to sell my 2 Devin Bookers for $180 each. It is a moment, the moment.
What's the over-under this thing? I think it was 9.5 and we're up to 7. So nice work, man.
We're getting there. We're getting there. The thing is I don't even care at all, but the people get really worked up on behalf of me. So I like leaning into it, Pete.
Don't lie. I mean, blame it on your freaking fans. I mean, come on. You're legitimately tilted. And that was not my best moment, but it's all right. It was on. Challenge? You're gonna get the Luka, right? You're gonna be right there.
Well, theoretically, this is where I'm at right now with my Cool Cats challenge. So I have 3 of them. I need the Rui and the Derek Jones Jr. And what I've decided, I'm at peace. I'm taking a Zen Buddhist approach to this.
Man, actually, I'll do this for you. I have a Cool Cats pack. I didn't get one, and I actually, they emailed all the people who didn't get one and gave them a pack. So it's yours. We can open it together.
Wow, Pete, I will stop. I've talked so much shit about you since then. I need to go and tell a lot of people I was just kidding. I didn't mean it. Pete's a great guy. He's a sharp investor. I'm sorry. I owe you the world.
I don't want that. I like the smack talk, but I agree. I screwed you. So let's
no, you
that, and we'll hopefully we'll help you with your Cool Cats challenge.
I will just say what my strategy was with the Cool Cats challenge, because I think a lot of people might be in a similar boat with me of having 3. I was going to let the market dictate what I did. If the prices dropped, I was going to go ahead, grab those other 2 cards, moments, complete the challenge. However, if they happen to pump, a lot of people come in, want to complete it. Those are back up to the 500, 600 level. I'm at peace with it. I'll let go of the Luca. I'll sell my 3 cards, $1,500 in for 42 or whatever. Pretty nice turnaround. So I'm at peace with it. But yes, I want to complete the challenge.
Wait, what was the worst advice that was given? Sell the Booker or don't buy Tobias when it's at like $50?
We tried, remember? And it didn't go through.
It did get
Yeah, we tried to get that one through. Is the low ask bug, is that still pretty prevalent on the site?
No. I think they've done a better job. I mean, it's still there from time to time, but they've done a better job.
Jeremy, let's do that because I heard some people, people want to get inside the mind of a sharp investor. If we were to head to the marketplace here and we were just to browse a little bit, maybe talk through some of the things for people that don't have maybe a massive budget but want to allocate their money in a smart way. Do you have some tips for them in the marketplace here?
Do you think Jeremy sorts anything besides lowest ass descending?
You ask Jeremy for advice on people on a budget? This guy's been freaking Tahoe skiing in feet of snow, drinking tequila. I mean,
I'm pretending like I'm a club promoter tonight. I'm pretty sure Jeremy can pretend like he's someone that doesn't have $1 million.
Yeah, he doesn't have $1 million. He has millions.
Where do we go? I can show you what I do, but
I want to see what you do.
Let Jeremy share his
really all I've been
collection. Let's see your collection, Jeremy. The common man can really identify
what's your username, Jeremy?
I don't know if I can share my screen on this.
Oh yeah, it's just Jerry Levine. He's JERLEVINE. The common man collection.
Wait, did I type it wrong?
JER, just Jer.
Oh, not the
JER Levine.
Gotcha. There is where I went wrong. Here we go.
Great question you asked.
He only owns 25 moments, so there's people out there with way more moments.
I'm trying my hardest not to spend time on the platform. That's where I'm at right now. I'm trying. It's not going well, but trying. Let's get on today.
A lot of common man. The guy who wants to invest $10. This is great.
No, this is a thought exercise, Pete. Do not pigeonhole Jeremy as a high-end investor. I bet you this, Pete. If I told Jeremy he had $100, or let's say $1,000, could he run it up to 100,000? I bet you Jeremy could pull himself up from the bootstraps and make this happen. Am I wrong, Jeremy?
Let's go.
Okay,
let's go to the marketplace.
Let's go to the marketplace.
Sorry, I feel I'm definitely.
We got to go to the comments, right?
Comments, yeah.
He goes, we gotta go to the comments. Do you know what it's like in the comments? Have you ever been to the comments?
All right, we've headed to the comments.
I can't say I've been here very often, but we can figure it out.
What's my next move, Jeremy?
Sorted by descending.
For cereal?
I mean, what I do when I'm normally looking is I'll sort by descending, and then I'll just look at who sticks out.
Price.
Yep. There we go. And just scroll it, right? And
holy shit, the bronze are 7K, wow. 8K.
Series
That's
1.
Wild.
Go down. Go way down.
Okay.
We got to go. I mean, look, I think there's definitely people that have stuck out to me as undervalued. Again, I think rookies are interesting, especially if we're looking for high upside bets.
Who's your favorite rookie right now? Here's a Weissman that just popped up here. We got a Halliburton. We're now in this
Halliburton. I mean, I can't. I'm not paying enough attention to be the right person to ask. I asked Peter that question.
Okay.
Okay. Can I give a couple of Jeremy Levine stories? I mean, Jeremy is the ultimate bootstrapper. There's actually no one I know that was a better hustler and getting by. I mean, literally, Star Street, like, we were not on the verge of bankruptcy, but like really pinching pennies. And Jeremy gets a deal done with the Playboy Mansion, throws these ridiculous parties. I mean, I don't know how much you want to tell about your draft story, but one of the most incredible stories of all time. And yeah, Jeremy's hustled. I mean, I don't want to incriminate him, but Jeremy's gotten into many exclusive, huge sporting events, parties, all these things for free when everyone else is paying thousands of dollars. So Jeremy can definitely hustle, but he might be a little past that stage now that he's like chairman of a lot of companies and sold a company for a bunch of money. And
Jeremy, that sounds to me like bulletin board
Harden seems
material.
underpriced.
Okay, let's take a look at this Harden block.
Harden seems that seems well underpriced.
See, I'm not.
Does he have multiple moments? In that base set?
That's a nice moment too. That was a huge moment for him.
I also like this one against the former team too.
I remember that play.
So we have low
does he
ask.
have multiple?
Wait, time out. Can we give love that Overset recognized that it was against the former team? I mean, that's growth. I'm shocked by.
Hey, Jack, I was. You know how bent out of shape I was when they, ripped apart the Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden era of the Thunder. I mean, that team, they should have won so many championships, Jack.
Fair enough.
All right, Jeremy. So you like this one here, this block base set series 1?
Yeah. Does Harden have multiple base moments?
Let's look.
I mean, if that's the only one, that he just seems well underpriced.
Let's go see what the available Harden is in the marketplace.
Yeah, that's not his base. It's the Beverly. It's the same moment. His first base is the Beverly. It's, if you scroll up, it's a 525 common. Yep. Oh, it looks like it's
Jack. How do you decipher value between moments from the same players in the same sets? That's something I haven't really figured out yet.
Yeah, I think the knowledge of knowing which came first. Also, like if you just look at the serials of them, right? Like Harden's bases, they look like they all have them. Oh, wow. So I guess that's not – I thought the three-pointer was – see, this is where it gets interesting, right? So it appears I'm sorted by lowest ass descending on James Harden Series 1. And you can see what his first base moment – it might be in filter. You might have to go to filter.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we'll be able to see it in a second, but yeah, and then
lowest ass descending. Here we go.
And then scroll down a little. So you can see it's this one against, I can't see who it is on the Hornets, but that's going to be his first. But like that second one, his second base is like a way doper moment, which is interesting, but it's at half the price. So you can tell just based off the market which ones are at this point.
Is there anywhere that gives you a date on when the moment was minted on their platform?
I don't know, but they need it, and someone's going to build it.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's just not general knowledge, and
you can see it on CryptoSlam, I think, if you want to go look it up. But it should be on the platform.
Yeah,
I think.
So, like, let's continue down this thought experiment. Say we thought this was a good block here. Obviously, I can't show you guys the pop out here on the price, but the spread. I mean, how do you guys think about it? Like, I'll just say, so the 1955 is $216. It's the low ask. So if I scroll and I'm looking for, say, down from 4 digits to 3 digits, I see an 813 at 313. So almost $100 difference to get down to 3 digits. And then say we wanted to get down to 2 digits, we're almost all the way down here. It's popping to 4,000, 4,700. A lot of the 2 digits aren't even up for sale. So how do you guys think about that for the value of, hey, this might just be underpriced as an overall set, or I want to go out and get a premium serial of a moment?
If I were kind of investing systematically and trying to buy a lot of moments and trying to build up a portfolio, I think I'd go in the low serial numbers, like the 4 digits. I would not be surprised. I don't know what's going to happen. No one does. I would not be surprised if serial number matters less and less over time. It's kind of against the bet I just made with the Zion, but it's
no, because
I can see that happening.
Unique serial numbers are definitely gonna, but it's like, okay, with my Donovan Mitchell, I bought a hollow of him, serial number 2. So it's the lowest you can get without being number 1. But like, is it worth at the time paying 50% more than it was number 16? That's where I think it gets pretty interesting. 1, it's a safe bet. It's the number 1.
All right. So
Yeah.
Jeremy begins his journey buying number 1955, $216 lowest ask. He liquidates every other Top Shot moment he has. He tells his ski buddies, I can't go on the slopes. I have to grind up this $260 moment into
We're building
$100,000.
it.
Sounds great, Jeremy. It sounds like something you should do. How's the skiing been, Jeremy?
It just dumped snow this week, and apparently there's 3 to 8 feet coming starting tomorrow. So it's
You poor
good.
thing.
Jeremy,
I'm trying to get out there. I keep getting addicted to the Top Shot, and it's tough to find the time.
Jeremy, the big thing that's circulating on Twitter right now is how these snowstorms won't come again to Tahoe, and it's just going to be rain. So, scientists here, I'll put it in.
We're up on the mountain. I got faith.
Crazy. Scientists are predicting a Tahoe without snow. Climate models predict that storms like the one arriving this week will deliver more rain than snow to Lake Tahoe, a warming trend that will wreak havoc on future ski days. So enjoy it, buddy.
Look at Peter. He's got business stuff going on. He's got
He's
work
trying
stuff.
to ruin my night here.
He's got a
You got
baby
it. You're
coming.
You're a meteorologist now. Where did that come from?
Yeah, how do you have your finger on the pulse of Northern California weather patterns, Peter? Where do you find the time? You are the Vegas Dave. How do you do it, Peter?
I mean, I look on Twitter. It's like the most trending thing on freaking Twitter right now.
Oh my goodness, here.
Where do we go?
So
putting the link in the chat.
where are you guys at? So with this idea of, I would say go ahead. What do you say, Pete?
Oh, Kitchen just brought up an epic moment. Since he is making Pete Hull with the Cool Cats, is he going to do the same for Jeremy when he chose the wrong player for pick 5? Was that Alex Smith? Who did I pick? That was had the same name that I cost the company.
It wasn't just once. It wasn't just once.
Oh,
Alex
okay.
Smith always got you, and Sean McCoy always got you.
We got stung. Remember we were in Vegas?
It was Alex Smith, the tight end, instead of the quarterback. Yeah.
Ooh. If anyone has any pull with Top Shot, tell them the club is frothing at the mouth. They want to rip open packs. DJ Pete wants to unbutton one more of his polo. We want to turn this up. Jack was telling me that the club was going up on a Tuesday, but I don't know what to say, guys. I'm here looking at the screen, still getting this maintenance issue. Is there any hope for tonight, guys?
The only hope for me is that they are Pacific, so they are still working, right? If they're East Coast where I am, it's almost midnight, so I think they'd probably call it a night. But they are Pacific, so they could be working. We could purchase. We could gift someone a moment on a little retweet contest on Twitter. That could be fun. They spend a lot of time with us. We want to get them excited. We kind of under-delivered on night 1. Not our fault, but that could be fun if we pick a moment from the chat of what they think the best investment is. I would chip in for that.
I'll go in on a moment giveaway, Jack.
Let's do it.
I also have stuff. Oh, so I was thinking like Jeremy's number 4 Booker Cosmic was just that was mine top of mind.
I think that'd be great.
That might be my first buy.
Let's give it away.
I mean,
Got to keep the first buy for sentimental purposes.
Let me just say, Jeremy, Peter's known to give bookers away, so this is right up his alley. We do need a Top Shot drinking game. We do. See, I'm embarrassed to drink my tequila now with Jeremy on stream because I now only promote.
You can't drink that stuff.
No, I taste it. I mean, it's like,
there we go.
It just tastes gross. I'm a Los Dos man now.
Jeremy, he was hammering tequila on our last episode. It was so funny.
We'll get you some bottles for sure.
We need the Top Shot track while we give away. I mean, the music was really getting us hyped last time.
I know. Peter or Jeremy, we should also say, I mean, my other off-season love, I feel like Top Shot and Underdog are going to be the perfect things to get us through this off-season here. You guys just launched your best ball drafts. I haven't even gotten in there yet because I'm too busy on Top Shot.
Top Shot might pull business away, but hopefully we can get a collab going. Let's see.
We will. No, I'm gonna get the randomizer best ball drafts going here soon in a few weeks.
Awesome.
Excited to get on there. How are you guys? I think I saw something, but how are you guys handling all the incoming rookies and stuff like that right now? Do you have them all in there, or are you just
not
are you?
ask, but I'm pretty sure they're in there. But we'll put up a new set. We'll put up a new kind of a new player grouping when the draft, right after the draft.
Let me ask a better question that you might be better suited to answer. How is the half pipe at Tahoe? How is the freshies? Are you a double black diamond guy? What are we working with here? I just want to be in your wheelhouse, Jeremy.
We're right now with the snow. We're just going everywhere. It's nice out here.
There you go.
Nice out here. But
my question is,
we got some big things coming with Thunder. We got some new games we're working on. So that's the fun stuff.
All right.
What would be more detrimental to your investments? Is it LeBron run it back, or is it LeBron's tequila business right now?
LeBron's tequila is a very different thing. So not at all concerned about that. I think they'll do quite well, but it's just that they're trying to be a very different thing than we are.
Yeah.
And LeBron running backs, I think the community is going to be smarter than to like. I don't think that's where people are going to go. I mean, I guess I don't know if like a Jordan comes on. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see.
Jack told me privately that his long-term play is to trade his LeBron number 23 to LeBron for ownership of his tequila business and then take down Los Dos. And I was like, wow, like, what do you have against Jeremy? But it's his master plan.
Can I get that moment? I don't know if I'll trade a tequila business for it, but I know the CEO of LeBron's Tequila. We can try to facilitate that somehow.
Jeremy, do you want to get in on the Shark Tank pitch? I mean, I offered him $750,000 earlier.
$750 for one of our cosmics. I'm not even sure if I have authority to say yes, but absolutely.
No. I'm saying, what would be your offer to Jack for his LeBron 23?
Not over that today. Not even close.
Okay. All right, Jack.
I mean, I bet a fair price for any moment for the top moment on the platform now is $250,000. Like, is a fair price. I think
it's a fair price, but I think it's the
price.
same as like you wouldn't actually sell for that price, right? Like you're not just because of past sales. So I get that.
Yeah. I think if I was holding it, I probably wouldn't sell for that.
Yeah. Chad wants to know, Jeremy, are those actual beer taps behind you, or is this for show?
No, we're at an Airbnb, and the fucking guy stocks it with Stella, which is just disgusting. And one's empty and one's Stella, so we haven't even touched it. That's like the worst possible thing you could have on tap.
All right, we have
not a lot of respect there.
Hey, I mean, it looks nice. It's a nice little tableau there behind you. We have a super chat from Canada, I believe. Not the price range you high rollers play at, but I bought a Dylan Brooks number 38 common series 1 for $99 a few days ago. Sharp buy. This is the first time I've ever heard the name Dylan Brooks, so I'll let one of you guys handle this.
I mean, Dylan Brooks got a lot of grind. It really helped the Grizzlies when he joined. I would say two things. The good is that I love Series 1. I mean, I think what I'm trying to do right now is just acquire as many premium Series 1 moments as I can. And I'm actually a pretty big fan of Dylan Brooks. I think he fits well. Hasn't played as well this year as he played last year, but hopefully that regresses. And with John Morant getting healthy again, I think that he will up his play. The downside there to me is that my view is that you want like some guys who have like real upside. And I feel like Brooks's like biggest upside is that he's just like an elite role player. I guess the real upside is like if the Grizzlies can like make a big playoff run or maybe get to the finals and win down the road. I do think he's a critical part to that team. But yeah, I love buying Series 1. I just would look for guys with upside. Like I think the Bradley Beal play is really sharp. I've been a huge Bradley Beal guy. And I think there's some other guys that you can find that might have a little more sex appeal or more upside than Dylan Brooks. So I don't think as much downside, but certainly not as much upside as some other guys. But
sex appeal, what are you looking for in these moments, Pete?
Yeah, sex appeal.
It's a real life thing.
Role is much like probably not going to be as good as Dylan Brooks, but like in the scenarios where he fulfills his expectation or like his talent, like he's much better. So like I'd rather take like a flyer on a bowl type versus the Dylan Brooks.
I feel like Peter, as a grew up in Denver, grew up rooting for the Nuggets, a little bit of latent homerism there. Are the Nuggets the funnest Top Shot team as a whole? You got Jokic, Jamal Murray, you got Bol, you got my guy Gary Harris, who I have a few of, and I feel like there's Michael Porter Jr.
Are you pumping and dumping Gary Harris right now?
I'm not pumping. You try to come for my Gary Harris, I dare you to pry him from my cold dead hands. But name me a funner team on Top Shot collectively. I dare you. Jeremy, you got a funner team?
I love the Nuggets. I love that team right now. A lot of talent, a lot of young talent.
I'm trying to think of who else is like a really young. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, obviously I'm biased, so that's what comes to mind for me. A lot of other like up and coming, like the Jazz are playing really well, but who on the Jazz do you want? Like Donovan Mitchell, Mike Conley, Gobert, like those names.
If Mitchell goes,
I got a better team
to New York.
I got a better team. Here's the best Top Shot team by far. The Hawks. You got Trae Young, DeAndre Hunter, Bogdan, who we realize is a big avid Top Shot guy. You got Capella. You got Collins. I mean, yeah, the Hawks.
You have Vince Carter moment, which
Vince
is
Carter
moment.
Yeah, I think the Hawks.
We should put a showcase challenge together.
The Nets
a Nuggets versus Hawks challenge. See which, a series of base moments. See which one wins here over the next few months. I'm still taking my Nugs. Pete is apparently not a great homer anymore.
I love the note, dude. Well, okay, here's a question for you guys. On topic, but off topic. When are we at a basketball game? Are we able to go to a basketball game in 2021?
I mean, there's people going to games.
People are going to games right now? I mean, like
my brother was at Cavs Lakers last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Courtside?
He was trying to get court. I swear to God, he called me because I've done partnerships with like ticketing companies, and he's like, "You know how to do this? Like, can you get me courtside?" I was like, he's in college, so he's an idiot, and I'm like, there's a pandemic, right? It's global, so it's not like there's just plentiful opportunities here. The closest they could get was like 20 rows back, but our group would have chipped in because I asked him, like, if we put you courtside and you actually get a video like telling LeBron that he's going to buy the moment for $1 million, like that's plus EV marketing for us. And it would have been worth it. And it would just been hilarious. But the closest you could get, like he was essentially sitting not in the second bowl, but the second low section.
Let me hit some of these super chats that are coming in here. Send me a message on Twitter. I'll send you a couple moments. You can't gift packs right now, but I'll send you a couple moments. Hit me up on Twitter with your Top Shot username. Grant here asking, he set the market on a Jamal Murray, paid $750 for number 8 of 1431 Series 1 Common. What do you think? That seems like a nice buy to me.
Number 8's my number, so I'd buy it from him.
There you go. You have a seller in Pete Jennings. Pete will pay $5,000 for that. Hit him up in Twitter DM. I'm sure you guys can get that deal done tonight. He loves his Nuggets. And JC Reviews here. What are your thoughts on sets holding value in the future? Like, what would you say the market low for the worst cosmic player would be in 5 years?
I meant to bring that up earlier. I think like Bismack and Svi being pulled into the cosmic is like the funniest fucking thing of all time.
How did that happen? Is there a story there?
I don't know what the story is. I don't have enough insight on it, but it is the
Marquise Chris, right?
Yeah, it's the funniest thing ever.
Pete, do you have any thoughts on this, on sets?
I mean, I bought a Bismack Biyombo freaking hollow to get freaking 1 of 207 Steph Curry metallic. Whatever, I'm talking about a metallic gold. So I'm not the right guy to answer, but my intuition says those are worth very little. I don't think, I mean, in traditional cards, like these role players and guys who don't have big careers or don't have any meaningful, they're worth nothing essentially. And that's
but this is where I draw the comparison to Pokemon. A complete first edition first set you can sell for an insane amount of money just because you have them all and people want to collect. Like, think about
Cosmics. Yeah, that could be.
Yeah,
cool.
Right. There's.
I mean, it happens. You look at it with with the 1986 Fleer, like you've got some of those random players that are really valuable because there's only 10 PSA 10s of whoever it is, right?
Exactly.
I don't know that. I mean, I guess there will be maybe. Jesus, I'd love to have a set of Cosmics, right? But I don't know how many people are gonna have a set of Cosmics and need those,
right.
Or really be
but
chasing
I think that's what makes that set specifically even more valuable. It's like if someone did manage to do it, now it's like you have your one chance. Like how many Cosmic sets would ever go for sale? So it could go, I mean, 10 million, 50 million, like who knows? Like it could be insane. But I think it's interesting with the base set because when I got into it right before the new year, like the base set, it was like a few $1,000 and people were like, damn, that's kind of expensive. I think the base set most recently was priced at around 17 to 20K. So I think like that set will, once it becomes harder to acquire, the value will continue to go up as you kind of think about, is there an interest though in owning an entire series 1 set? It's going to be personal. It's the same thing with serial numbers. Like some people will think it's super cool to own all those moments. Some people will be like, why would I want to own Landry Shaman?
It's been fun. In my Discord here, we have a fun Top Shot channel, and there are some budding numerologists out there. I mean, we are adding up, player jersey numbers for the assists. I mean, we are getting deep in the weeds here. I don't think it's necessarily the best long-term investment strategy, but it is fun to try to derive meaning from these serial numbers.
It's up for debate because I mean, the belief is the Asian market is extremely focused on numbers, and that hasn't even been tapped into. So, like, I know people are buying like that. Honestly, that number 8 LeBron Kobe tribute dunk, like 8's their number, 88's another number they like. So,
don't give away my strategy, dude.
So who knows?
Absolutely killing me.
The funniest part
is Top Shot available in Asia? Can people from China play?
In the Discords and looking at the freaking different languages that Discord's going on. I mean, dude.
I'm not in the Discord, but that's good. That's good to know.
Get in there, bud. I mean, I know you're living the lavish life.
Yeah, throw Jeremy straight into general NBA Top Shot. He'll have a blast. It's just the same KYC and pack questions.
No. Jeremy, he's hitting up the ski lodge after having a nice bowl of tomato soup and a nice warm bread bowl, a couple nice lagers on tap. Got a bunch
it's not that glamorous right now. It's work. When we get off this, it's gonna be another 3-4 hours of work before I go to bed.
He's got 4 of these French ski bunnies just draped all over him. Hey, hang on, honey. I might have to buy a $750,000 number 23 LeBron moment. I mean, it sounds nice.
Moments.
Roto, pin that comment. That's amazing. Jeremy with the standing room.
Where did it go?
Jeremy with the standing room only crowd.
We're getting very brief. Jeremy did do a ton of customer support. I mean, he's done it all. It's fun for me knowing Jeremy and everything. He's been at the low of the low and the high of the high, and it's fun to give him a little bit of grief.
So, guys, I mean, I keep refreshing here to see if we can rip open some of these packs, and I'm still.
You can't even buy in the marketplace right now. The marketplace is down.
I know. We picked just a bat. I got so excited because we got the packs, and I was like, oh, we're going to be able to rip open some packs in the club tonight, and our distributor's not coming through for us.
What if we do I have some moments that
I can do a moment too.
Yeah, we can give away later. Like, we don't have to transfer them today, but let's pair it with a Los Dos. And that will then become potentially the first player ever associated with the brand, maybe a brand sponsor at some point.
Ooh,
so
the
Jeremy,
Genesis Los Dos moment.
Yeah, Jeremy, who do you think you would want to rep Los Dos the most out of the NBA?
Let's be realistic here. Jack ain't giving up the real good moments.
Talk about who you really want to represent. You got some good NBA connects. Maybe it's not a player.
Jack's like, please say Gary Harris.
Who do I need some more time on that one. Who do I want? It's not, the answer isn't going to be an obvious one because it's, I don't know, who's authentic, who's natural, who's transparent. Jaylen Brown. I love Jaylen Brown as a person.
You think he drinks alcohol?
Mark Cuban was brought up. What about Mark Cuban? He's been in the tequila business.
He's done all right at tequila. I don't know if he actually was part of, if that was, I learned this on, I don't think he was actually part of Avion. That was just on the TV show, I think.
Damn.
Keep thinking about this. I'm going to answer this question here from Patrick. The current packs are common only. That is correct. We are still anticipating if they're going to do some more cool cats or if that's going to be exclusive through kind of the lottery in the reserve system. If so, are the packs worth buying? I still think the common packs at $9 a pop are good investments. Obviously, we're getting a lot more, moments in the marketplace that's diluting the overall prices. But they were so inflated that even if they come down, I still think getting the chance at a LeBron, at a Steph, at a Luka, at a $9 price point is a really good way to get your feet wet, get familiar with the user system, and perhaps turn a profit on that. Do you guys agree with that with the common packs?
I'd be buying pack just because maybe you do flop and you don't hit anything, but what are you even going to get for $9 that you could potentially even turn into something right now? Like it would be a very difficult, long journey. So I think it's kind of worth taking that shot right now. As they keep releasing 25K, maybe more each week or every other day, then that could change. But like, I don't know. The lowest moment in my, like the $1, I only have 3 $1 moments and I have 220 moments. So like even a Josh Green or Ben Simmons Series 2 is selling for $4. So I think why is Ish Smith $19 Series 1?
Don't talk shit about Ish Smith, dude.
Sure. That's my bad.
Jeremy, you've had a lot of time to think about the future NBA LOLz sponsor. We need a name. We need it to pop.
Dellavedova,
the underdog investor
absolutely
himself. Okay.
Absolutely.
Does he have a moment on the marketplace right now?
Oh.
I think he does. I don't own any deli. Let's see. No, he doesn't.
Oh, I gotta get one and send it to him. He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Oh my goodness. How do they not? He could have some very good run it back moments.
I'm gonna campaign for one of those to happen.
Jeremy, if you have any influence whatsoever, we'll have a Dellavedova moment up on the common packs by tomorrow morning. I think you need to cancel your day with the ski bunnies on the slopes and get Dellavedova on the Top Shot platform. All right, we're still Jeremy. Okay, we're going to narrow this down. We need a player who has a current moment right now. He doesn't have to be your forever LOLz sponsor. He could be a hit it and quit it sponsor.
Jaylen Brown.
Okay, Jaylen Brown. What do we got here, Jack?
Just a funny tweet I saw.
All right, let's I don't want to share this screen anymore. This is disgusting. All right, let's go see what we got in the Jaylen Brown marketplace. How much is Jaylen Brown going for these days?
So Jaylen, it's actually a good selection. Jaylen Brown, I was watching a video by Cryptoad. He's super awesome. If you guys are new, check out Cryptoad. He's like a OG. I believe that Jaylen Brown, a couple weeks ago, it could be different, but it should be the same, is actually the most rare Series 1 base because Top Shot held a bunch of them, and there's only so many in circulation. So they may have some good pricing.
All right. Let's look here. Jaylen Brown. Do you have any Jaylen Brown in your collection, Jack?
I have. Wow. Okay. I have 2 of them. And yeah, I have 2 of them. We could do that.
How much is it going for? Because I could get
150.
150. I mean, Jack, I don't want you living on the streets.
If it'll get me a few Twitter followers, it's worth it.
Okay, yeah, let's get Jack some Twitter
I'll
followers.
put out a tweet.
Jack, put out the tweet
Does
now.
LOLz have social media yet? Because I want to do a collab.
Jeremy.
Not yet.
Jeremy,
Give us a month. We're saving everything from. I don't even think I'm supposed to share the name, by the way. So no one
Jeremy.
here heard it.
Can you just get out of the hot tub with the ski bunnies for 1 second and make a Twitter account for Los Dos?
What about an underdog collab? What about underdog?
Yeah, we can do.
It's all coming.
All right, build this tweet because Overzet, you're a master tweeter. The rule is always going to be retweet and follow. We can include all 4. Do we want to? I've done subscribe to the podcast. That's effective sometimes. I'll leave it up to you.
Jeremy, apparently Los Dos website is public.
It is. Let's go. Let's do underdog. Underdog promo. The underdog collab makes a lot more sense here. Next time we're on here, we'll be drinking Los Dos.
Jack, let's get the numerology bros involved. What is the serial here we're looking at?
So we have, let me go to my profile. What do I have? It'd be hilarious if I just have like 1 and 2. We've got from series 1, 1634 and 1733.
1733. So
he wears number 7. The moment was on September 19th, so it's 9/19. So I'm not seeing anything there, but
it's 1733. And we're doing an underdog collab. Okay, I'm really stretching here. I was like, in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. In 1733, Jaylen Brown registered for his first underdog tournament. Damn it, that doesn't rhyme. That's I'm really stretching here, guys. Jaylen Brown. Let's get the 2 siren emojis in there. NBA Top Shot giveaway. Must retweet and follow. And then should we get the podcast link in there?
I think we should.
Yeah. Must retweet and follow. And then when are you going to close?
I think we leave it open and then we announce the winner on next Club Top Shot.
Jeremy, will you toss in a free best ball entry on Underdog?
Absolutely.
Okay, there we go. Pete, and
do we have a big tournament up right now? Let me.
Oh my God, you're a disaster as the figurehead for Underdog right now, Jeremy. And then
all right, big board, $10 entry. How about a couple of them?
Okay, there we go. Bonus
5 big board entries.
We'll do bonus attached. If you subscribe to the podcast, you can get some best ball.
There you go. And Peter is gonna throw in a couple Devin Bookers because he doesn't value them and his firstborn child.
Yeah, no problem.
Ashley's gonna love that one.
Our daughter and some Devin Bookers. I could throw in. Let me see what do I have here. What do I have that I could? I mean, I got some stuff.
I got some stuff. He says. Jeremy, based on the feedback.
Say, what the fuck are you buying? We just give away our child, dude. People follow.
Hey, yeah, Pete. Paul suggests give it away. Can you give away some fractional ownership of your skull, your new dinosaur skull?
Oh, there might be a guy in the chat who can make that happen. Let me see if we can make that happen. One sec.
There is someone in the chat who can make that happen.
I would fall over myself retweeting this if I could own 1/100th of this fucking dino skull.
No, you can't own 1/100th, that's for sure. But you might be able to get a share of the dino.
Which link should I use for the podcast? What's the best one? That anchor one?
Use that anchor one.
I think we have the Duna stroller. Someone's talking about it. We have some fancy stroller. Really, it's these baby things. I mean, it's unbelievable how much money you just dust off on. I mean, it's We gotta create something in the baby business. I'm telling you guys.
Eli's acting like all right. What do you guys want from me? Ask what you want from me. How about this? I'll toss in whatever you want. I'll toss in a personal cameo. I will record a 30-second video for you. I will record your recording message on your cell phone. Anything in that regard here. Oh, there you go. I'll toss in a man's coin.
We got a share, a dino skull share.
All right, we got a dino skull share. This giveaway is just
absolutely good.
Do we have to follow Rally Road?
Yeah,
put in a Rally Road follow.
Tweet's gonna be like 8. All right, so we've got must retweet and follow. So then we can add here.
Add Rally Road.
Retweet this tweet and follow.
There's a lot of call to actions with this giveaway.
But there's good value. And
this is good Twitter marketing right here.
What's the someone said the giveaway is almost an index fund. How much of the dino head are we giving away?
How much of the This is the first ever prehistoric giveaway.
Let's see.
We're
giving away digital moments and dinosaur skull pieces.
Actual pieces?
It's never been done before.
What the hell?
You got a piece of it, right?
Okay. All right, and I'm tossing in a man's coin.
Share's $25.
Oh, no. You're tossing in a man's coin?
Yeah, tossing in a man's coin. Add it to the tweet, Jack.
Okay.
Keep threading, Jack. Keep threading them tweets.
That's a big retweet and follow.
So we're going to have to do this drawing next show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many are there? Man's coin?
There's been some inflation issues.
No way. You guys gave me the whole speech last time.
No. Man's coin original, only 69 ever made. We'll discuss.
Oh, you're not giving an original, just a man's coin.
No. You can't give out an original at 12 a.m. on a stream. This is a man's coin lit. It was the spinoff. It is the Litecoin to the man's coin originals Bitcoin. What do we
got to do the dinos on Friday, I think. So somehow that's got to be picked before Friday.
Before Friday? We'll be back before Friday.
Yeah, Jack, you're going to be around at least Thursday, right, to talk with Jacob with me?
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll be back on Thursday night to talk with Jacob from Top Shot, and we will do this giveaway at that stream.
All right, let's review first. All right. Jaylen Brown, NBA. Oh, let's
we might need to do the dino tomorrow. Hang on, getting details.
That's fine. We can figure that out.
We can't
We'll pick it and we'll let you know, but we won't announce it till the stream.
We just want to let everyone know there's some dino checks we might not be able to cash, but trust that our intentions are pure.
Which cereal did we pick? 1634?
It was 1733 because I remembered it went great with the year Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Okay. All right. 1733. All right. So must retweet and follow. I don't know how Underdog slid into this first one, but we'll show love.
Did you get the link to Anchor in there, Jack? I mean, come on.
I did. That's at the bottom. Retweet this tweet and follow on Rally Road and win one share of a dino. What are we even calling it? Dino head?
It's Deaton.
What is it?
Deaton. D-A-T-O-N.
Is this a giveaway or a multi-day scavenger hunt? I'm still trying to figure it out.
Guys, what the hell is happening? What are we doing right now?
We're doing a very successful marketing campaign for Club Top Shot.
All right, I think we're good.
Very good.
What do we think?
Wait, people
do we get the best balls in there?
Yeah, I got the best balls. I'll do and win a chance at $5, $10. Here we go.
Okay. Tweet it all, Jack. Tweet it all.
All right, let's do it. My audience is younger. They're really good at giveaways, so you guys are going to get really good engagement. I'm just saying. Like, this is what they thrive on.
They might not know what these things are, though, Jack.
That's fair. But we did lead with the Top Shot moment, so
Dude,
I think.
It says right now I can open a pack.
No.
It says right now I can open a pack. Did we just lose Jeremy? Guys,
He just went to the marketplace, probably.
guys, I think it's about time to turn this up.
Oh my God! Wait, we're giving away all this shit. Look at that, 20 retweets. We're giving away all this shit literally because we weren't going to be able to open packs. But Club Top Shot's going up.
It is about to go up.
Give me.
All right.
I need 2 minutes because my wife is furious. She said,
Because you gave away a dino share?
she said, how long is the stream going to take? We need to move my car into the garage. I can't move this chair that we got for the nursery. Yeah, I got to move this chair. Is basically
All right. We got 2 minutes.
We can wait. We can wait. All right, when you get back, we're heading to the club. Everyone needs to get
we're heading to the club. I'll be back.
Well, okay. By the way, Kip. Yes.
You're cutting out, Jeremy.
Me?
Is he cutting out for you, Jack?
Yeah, it's a little delayed. That was better though. They just opened Marketplace. It's a fucking free-for-all right now.
You know what? They just opened the marketplace, and I'm opening up one more of these buttons, folks. Oh, Jack, we're up to 74 retweets.
It says Marketplace will remain under maintenance, but we're going to try to let y'all at these recovered packs.
I need Pete to get back. Right now, I have the screen open to open a pack.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
The club... Jeremy, have you seen what happens when we head to the club here on Club Top Shot? You've probably been skiing.
I have a club.
All right, Jeremy, we need you to fix your internet before we head to the club because you're breaking out more than you were. You keep cutting out big time.
I'm most intrigued to see which gets the most engagement. For example, the Man's Coin currently has more retweets than a share of the Dino Deet.
Oh my God. This is like the most, even I was a part of this and I'm reading it and I don't know what you're supposed to do other than retweeting.
Yeah.
Jack, I think you did a good job though. I am a little offended that you said Man's Coin was a shit coin. I am offended by that.
Not the original, just the ones with inflation.
Okay. Thank you.
How's my stream?
I think that
Good.
You're
No,
better.
I think it's better.
No? Cool.
You're better. So, Jeremy, what are you going to drink when we head to the club here? Are you going to pour? Are we going to have shots of tequila or what?
Overzet, can you reply to the tweet with a better podcast link?
Yeah. Which link did you use?
I used the one you sent me, the Anchor one. I think people have to. They're on desktop, so it just opens up the RSS feed. So.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah. That was the RSS one. I might be one of the only old school people that still legitimately use an RSS feed daily.
That's the case.
I'm guessing that Jack's audience does not know what an RSS feed is.
Yeah. So someone said power ranking: Man's Coin, Deaton, Jaylen Brown, best phones.
I'm telling you, Jack, you didn't know about this Man's Coin stuff.
I did not. We're gonna get that link fixed for everyone.
All right, let me reply here. My God, this is out of control. Let's see here. Where is it? Subscribe. Here's the real link. Sorry, Jack turned into a boomer.
I got XXML on the fucking timeline.
Do you even remember, have you even ever heard of Google Reader or Feedly now? Do you know what that is?
No clue.
So back when blogs were first kind of becoming one of the main ways that you would consume information, it would be like, all right, you'd have to bookmark every single blog, right?
Yeah.
And you would have to go and check them daily, and you don't know if there's a new post or not.
Right.
So an RSS feed tells you when there's a new post. It's like an email inbox for the internet.
Gotcha.
So then I didn't have to scour around. Holy cow, this is getting out of control. I just realized. So yeah, that's what an RSS feed is, Jack.
Gotcha.
That's what this show's about. It's about bridging generational divides. You teach me about FIFA and gamification. I teach you about RSS feeds. Pete teaches us about changing car seats. Jeremy, shares how to have a 5-some with girls and Lake Tahoe. It's really, really group mind share here.
It is. Someone said it's the most unique giveaway you're going to find on the internet. No doubt about that.
Yeah. Let's see. Percentage chance Peter actually comes back. Peter loves Top Shot. He loves this stream. He will be back. Jeremy, though, who knows what could be distracting him right now?
That's fair.
Jack, anything else we should say for the pipeline for Club Top Shot? Because we're still figuring this out.
I think we're going to have more impromptu stuff. I think we're going to potentially run some razzes or breaks. I think those could be fun with the community because you're going to see people get into like breaking and they're going to upcharge and good odds there. But I think we'll do it like in a fun content way. So that could be fun. People could put up their own moments and it could be, part of Club Top Shot. We're going to have guests. I think I've had a lot of big guests on my podcast, but imagine getting a fucking guest, like an actual NBA player to come into here and we start buying, we pump and dump his moment with him on the stream. That would be.
So Jeremy knows Matthew Dellavedova. He is a fellow investor in Underdog. I mean, we can get Dellavedova, I think. And by we, I mean Jeremy.
No, we're going to use all the connections we can. What else are we going to do? Eventually, I think we're going to open the Deck the Hoops. I think we'll do live auction stuff when auction comes out because that stuff will be a great sweat. Maybe we set lines on what it could add. I mean, there's a million things we can do. That's the best part.
There you go. Imagine you holding a live auction for your LeBron number 20.
I would be beyond blacked out with the boys. It would be dangerous, but that would be amazing.
I mean, you don't have to share, but you haven't talked a lot about the people who are in on it. Are these your college buddies, friends? Who is this group?
Some college, actually no college friends. It's a couple people in my family and then their college friends. It's just we went to camp together. We went, we're just close. Some of them wanted to maybe be included, but then a couple of them were I can't be included, in naming. So everyone was just kind of Jack, take it. And then I knew that the way that Bales is number one made a huge splash. I knew this would make a huge splash. My hope was that it would show everyone that it was a super underrated buy and everything would rise and it would be really good for the market. I had zero clue it would lead to a Rovell article to lead to this. I just like talking Top Shot. I think it's fun. So I don't know if they're upset their names weren't included, but it was not the goal. It was just I bought it. I'm already kind of a public facing personality. So they were just just run with it. And it's kind of gone into a crazy, so I see Justin asking, I think it's 7 or 8 of us.
7 or 8. He's back, Pete. How did it go?
Got a flesh wound on my hand. What a disaster. Shooting hand. I got shooting props tomorrow. I mean,
wait. You have shooting props tomorrow?
I bet on shooting every day.
Every day?
Yeah, every day. Ashley's coming in to make fun of me.
Let's see, Ashley.
No, Ashley's not coming on video, but.
No.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
I'm sorry.
Hardly a cut. It didn't even bleed.
It did bleed. It did bleed at the end.
You pushed it.
Ashley, don't you know he has shooting props tomorrow?
I bet on shooting every day. I told her right away. My shooting hand. Left hand, no problem. Right hand, brutal.
You'll be fine. It's smaller than a paper cut. Stop being such a pussy.
Ashley, Pete has a lot going on. He has a baby on the way.
I'm well aware.
Thank you for being so patient, Ashley.
Where'd Jeremy go?
Of course.
We don't know where Jeremy. I assume he's having a threesome with French ski bunnies right now.
Let's get the club going. Jeremy's gone.
Can we get the club going? Is it time? All right, I'm playing the music again here. The
Before it's
intro.
too late. Before it's too late.
Yeah, the club is going up. Everyone grab your drinks. We're about to turn this up. Yo, 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 what up? It's DJ Pete Overzet. Welcome to the club. We didn't think things were going to get popping tonight, but it's about to get lit. We got Jack Settlement in the house, Peter Jennings, and a mysterious Jeremy. How we doing, fellas?
Ready for rock and roll, buddy.
That is the greatest. I mean, at first it came in a bit loud. And I thought people were going to be upset, but I was feeling that vibe.
All right, folks.
We can't hear.
I have the sound on.
Okay.
I have the sound on. Tell me if you can hear this now.
No sound.
You hear it now?
I think faintly, but
You can't hear this? Let me try this.
A club where you can't hear the music, man.
It's a silent disco for Overzet.
Oh, no. Hang on. No, I got this. I messed it up. You're going to be able to hear it now. Now can you hear it?
Yep.
All right,
Now we're freaking going.
Now
buddy.
we're ready. Hey, everyone relax. All right, folks. It's long awaited. We've been blue balled out in the club, but we got a base set series 2 release numero nuevo. Let's get it going. Everybody get their drinks. Let's get a cheers tonight before we open up these nice packs. Jack with the red Soho cup like a true frat boy piece of trash. All right, Jeremy. Jeremy, welcome to the club. Can we see you rip a shot on air right now for everyone out there? Oh, my God. That's classy. That is classy. Tell me you're drinking tequila out of a wine glass, Jeremy.
Just champagne.
Jeremy, we can't hear you. We cannot hear you, but we are about to click to reveal here. Let's go. Coming, 10-5-2-8, Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges. Pete, tell me about Miles Bridges.
Athletic as hell, as we just saw. I mean, that's a good moment.
Do you know what we were doing earlier today? We were building bridges across the NFT community, from top shotters to dinosaur bone collectors. Miles Bridges were being built. Let's go. Number 2, click to reveal. Jump shot, 75-62 with Jaylen Brown. It's a Jaylen Brown. I can make Jack whole on this giveaway. There it is. Jack, I think we updated. This Jaylen Brown is the giveaway. Part of this stream. A piece of history. A moment of a moment. Everyone, let's get on our feet. What are we rooting for here, Pete? What do we want to see?
LaMelo.
LaMelo?
Yeah.
All right, LaMelo.
LaMelo to Bridges. LaMelo to Bridges is a connection.
Let's go here. LaMelo. 1036, not a bad. I have never heard of this man in my life. Someone give me some color commentary. Someone say this name in a way that I cannot. Jack, say
Hamidou Diallo.
Hamidou Diallo. There it is,
Good
folks.
number.
1036 out of 12,000. I say we head right to opening the next pack here. Let's do it. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
Actually, mute it real quick.
I'll mute it.
It's kind of interesting, like, once you turn the music on, realizing, like, how dead, silent, and awkward it is when there's no music going at all.
Yeah.
And once the club's going, it's going.
The club is about to go. Jack was just the one. He came in and he said, hey, you know, our neighbors, our sound ordinance, they said we had to be quiet after midnight here. And then DJ Pete goes, you know what? Fuck that noise. Let's go. We're still turning it up. All right, here we go. We're going to click to reveal. We're going to get tonight. I feel it. We're going to get a LaMelo. We're going to get a Luka. We're going to get a LeBron. Let's go. Big money. Big money. Come on. Click to reveal. Number 293 assists. A Steph Curry 293. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. That's a 293. Steph Curry, I heard Peter Jennings was loading up on Steph's in his portfolio. I can see the jealousy in his eyes.
That's lowest ask, $20, and that's a way better cereal.
Ooh, look at that. Oh my God, Steph Curry. I see some ladies tonight that are going to be having my baby. Quick to reveal. 10-280. It's a John Collins. It's Peter's favorite team in the league because he's turned his back on the Denver Nuggets. Jack, tell me about John Collins.
He's a cool cat. He's a cool cat.
He's a cool cat. He's a cool cat I didn't sell because I ignored the haters telling me to sell the bottom. I hodled John Collins like it was nobody's business. I feel like we're free rolling this pack, but I'm feeling good tonight. Let's go. Common, 11-4-2-1. Josh Green. It's a sick dunk. It's a sick dunk. You know, we can say a lot of mean things about this serial number, but it's a sick dunk.
No, he is a rookie though.
I don't know if you all heard, but those rookie badges are coming. Make sure you get your parking validated tonight because those rookie badges are coming. See the front desk. You do not need to pay for parking tonight. Let's go. Open the next pack. I don't remember how many packs I have. I now know what Jack means when the music cuts out. I think we need to get on our feet. I feel more Steph Curry.
I think we need LaMelo. Oh, wow. Shirt's fully coming off.
Here we go. We got a base set. Series 2, Release 9, one of the finest mints in the entire land. There are people refreshing their browsers, trying to get their hands on these moments. And we got them right here at Club Top Shot. Hit the like button and subscribe. We're about to click to reveal. Jeremy's wondering, what the hell did I get myself into tonight? I'm just going to keep eating on mute and browsing the marketplace. De'Aaron Fox. Peter Jennings, give me some color commentary on your guy, De'Aaron Fox.
One of the best guys in the league. Good comp to him is John Wall. Better than John Wall, maybe even.
You had me at John Wall. Speaking of which, to the window, to the wall. The De'Aaron Fox stripped down my balls. Let's click to reveal. It's a common 2256. A Robin Lopez. People forget he's got a brother in the league. Is this a new common, Jack?
That's a sweet moment.
This is what we're doing here.
Man, that's like your doppelganger right there.
I don't know whether to be offended or flattered. Thank you, Peter.
He's a comedian.
Robin Lopez is a comedian. I'd like to see him do a Top Shot stream narrating, opening packs, and see how well he does. That froey-haired motherfucker. All right. Let's open this last pack here. Click to reveal. Ish Smith.
That's your boy.
Jack, were your ears burning? Were your ears burning because Jack was talking hella-ish talk about you earlier tonight? Jack, would you like to apologize to Ish Smith?
I didn't watch the moment, actually, but you got some wizards there.
That's the worst moment I've seen on the platform.
That is just lit.
All right, we are going to open another pack because that's what we do here. When we turn up the club, we do not stop until we wake up our sleeping wives. That is what we do here at Club Top Shot. We are about to open a pack, and I will filibuster through no music. All right, folks, this is the last pack of the night. Per Club Shot tradition, it is a walk-off pack. There will be no pleasantries. There will be no goodbyes. I will hit in broadcast. I will go smoke a bowl, and I will go to bed. We will not talk to you when this pack is done. We appreciate you coming out tonight. We want you to hit the like button, the subscribe button, buy a dino bone, do a draft on Underdog, but get a tool on Fantasy Labs, subscribe to Snapback Sports, hit Jack up in the DMs, ask him to sell him his LeBron moment for $400,000 and he'll tell you to fuck off. And that's what we're going to do right now is open a pack. It's more Robin Lopez. Jack, can I see the enthusiasm for this moment in your eyes once again?
What number does he wear? 15? 15? I got nothing for you.
Jack, I'm old enough to remember where this moment put a sprinkle in your eye. You were sparkling. I don't know what I'm saying. We are going to open number 2 behind door number 2. It's a 3-pointer. 13-25, Kevin Durant.
Okay.
That's worth something.
We got Jeremy to unmute for a hey on a Kevin Durant. This guy does not get out of bed unless it's a rare number 50 or Kevin Durant. It's got Jeremy hype in the club. Here we go. It's the final. Appreciate you guys all coming out to the night. Don't forget to retweet the contest. We will be giving away that Dino Bone, the Underdog Draft, the Jaylen Brown on the Thursday show. We appreciate you all for coming out tonight. Thank you to Jeremy. Thank you to Peter Jennings. Thank you to Jack. Thank you to 10404 Isaiah Roby in the house. We are out. Club Top Shot. It's lit.